Hello and welcome to the CIML pregame show. I am your host, Blake Walker. Where has the time gone by? We are in week number 9, the last week of the regular season of the 2024 Iowa High School football year. Before we hit the postseason, we have a stacked show ahead of us in front of a stacked slate of games here on this beautiful Friday night here in Central Iowa. We're going to go over the RPI, your top 20 in the RPI, talk about a couple playoff scenarios, some coach interviews, and much, much more. Let's jump right into your RPI of the top 20 in Class 5A. Your RPI in Class 5A, top 20 look like this. I'll try to give you a couple of the playoff scenarios as we roll. Number 1, Bettendorf is number 1, the only undefeated team left. If they win against City High, guess what? They stay as the number 1 seed. If they lose, the farthest they can drop is 3rd, so Bettendorf's looking at a home playoff game. Iowa City Liberty at the number 2 spot. Very good chance they could end up as the 1 seed if Bettendorf slips. Dowling Catholic at 3rd, Johnston at 4th, and Linn-Mar at the number 5 spot. They take on Pleasant Valley in the 6th spot. The winner of Linn-Mar-Pleasant Valley will get home field advantage. The loser will go on the road. West Des Moines Valley sits at the number 7 spot, should be in when it comes to a home playoff game. Much better than the under 500 route they took last year. Sioux City East is at the number 8 spot, but face a very big uphill climb against Johnston here on Friday night. Sioux City East must win if they want to stay in home playoff contention. Iowa City High takes on Bettendorf. If they win, they're in the top 8. If they lose, they're going to have to stay on the road and fall deeper down the hole and face a tougher team. Ankeny Centennial comes in at number 10. They still have a chance to face home field advantage in the playoffs with a win and a couple helpful losses by other teams on Friday night. Iowa City West comes in at the number 11 position. They face Prairie. They're not safe by any means, but a win will make you feel better. Ankeny is at the 12 spot. Most likely will not be able to get to home field advantage. They will be going on the road for the postseason. Ankeny played last night. Ottumwa at the number 13 spot and Waterloo West at the 14 spot. These two play each other here tonight, and it's pretty simple. The winner is in, the loser is out. Should be a very fun game tonight. Southeast Polk at the number 15th position. They played last night, got the win. They are going to be advancing into the top 16. They will have to go on the road. And then Waukee at the 16th spot. They will face number 18th ranked Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln. The winner of that game is in the postseason. The loser is out. At the 17th spot, in between them, is 4-4 Cedar Falls, who is going to hope for a couple losses. Should be in if they take care of business, but will most likely be the 16th and final seed. Dubuque Hempstead at the 19th spot, and Davenport North round out your top 20. Things are getting exciting. There's only 1 week left, one more night of football, and then finally we will have a set-in-stone 16-team playoff field. That is your RPI for Class 5A, all top 20 teams. We'll see who gets in and who is left out. We'll take a break and be back with your coach interview and much more. You're watching the CISN Football Pregame Show.
Metro Heating and Cooling is celebrating 40 years of keeping Des Moines comfortable. To celebrate, this October we're offering $40 off one of our seasonal maintenance plans or $40 off any repair. Get your home ready for the colder months with expert care and big savings. Whether it's a quick tune-up or a much-needed fix, we've got you covered. So call Metro Heating and Cooling today to celebrate 40 years with $40 off this October. Trust the team that's been keeping you warm since 1984.
The deals are hot this month at DeArmond Ford Indianola. New 2024 F-150 XLTs with 3.9% for 60 months, plus up to $8,000 off MSRP. Get $6,000 off or 2.9% for 72 months on new 2024 Expeditions and new 2024 Edge and Escapes, both with 1.9% for 60 months, plus up to $2,075 rebate. No payments for 90 days on all new Fords at DeArmond Ford Indianola.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Welcome back to the CISN Football Pregame Show. I'm your host, Blake Walker. It's time for the coach interview segment of tonight's pregame show. Our own Paul Yeager had a chance to sit down with Coach Pezzetti and Coach Anderson of Ankeny, Centennial, and Urbandale ahead of their big Week 9 matchup tonight.
Here on our pregame show, Sam Anderson, head coach of the Urbandale Jayhawks. Coach, this squad, you've had, other than Ankeny, I don't know who's had a more brutal schedule than you, unless you want to argue right now that your schedule's been tougher.
No, yeah, it's been a tough go. You know, you get a Bettendorf, and then you get Johnston, Iowa City West, Dowling, of course, and then now we go with Centennial. So yeah, it's been a tough run, and we like the way our kids have responded each time. We keep telling them, hey guys, we have a good team. We just got to keep getting after it and eliminate some mistakes.
I would imagine weeks 3, 4, and 5 are really tough for you, given your schedule, to say, guys, stay with me. I know what we're doing. We're going to get there. They have responded, right? Is that fair?
Absolutely. Yeah, they've responded positively. I think that the thing is, it's even tougher. It's tough when you got seniors at that point, but when you got a sophomore quarterback and a sophomore alignment, you were playing 3 or 4 sophomores and those younger guys. And they've never been through it before, so it's all new to them. So to get there, keep them peaked and positive, that was a real challenge. But I think our older guys led by example, and our younger guys really stepped up.
On your defensive line, you've got a guy that everybody schemes for, and that's a tough thing for a guy to realize that they're going to double, triple team me at times.
Yeah, definitely. Axel is he's an elite all-state kid last year. He's a tremendous football player. He's one of the best football players I've ever had the opportunity to coach. Every week the game plan comes to Axel. I mean, we know that going in. And I think, he gets frustrated, but he also knows, somebody else is going to have to step up and make a play. but we move him around a little bit, try to help things up, free him up. But yeah, he's a menace out there, and it's a compliment to a player if teams are scheming around them. So, it is what it is, and that's just kind of one of those things. I don't. He wants to win, he wants to compete, wants to do the best he can. He's not a kid that's out, looking worried about his stats and whatnot.
We've seen those guys before. That doesn't help a team, and that's a hard thing that you got to overcome. You've also got some other support there on defense of another kid who's going to play next level. So, I mean, that gets the attention of other coaches when they look at your tape.
Definitely. You start with Axel up front, and then Elijah on the back end, he's going to UNI. So you're looking, you've got two, Division I football players, and then what I always believe is football is built around those guys that want to play Division III football, especially in high school, because you get a lot of guys that are hungry and there. So, we need our other guys to continue to step up within that. But yeah, we've got a couple really good players, but we like our team. We like the kids that we have, and excuse me, and they've shown a lot of progress throughout the year. Unfortunately, the wins just haven't come.
What do you see as keys tonight against Centennial?
Well, I think, for them, first we've got to stop the run. They're a tremendous offense, and they run the ball, they'll ram it down your throat. I think that's one. We've got to be able to take care of the football. We've got to be able to, win the special teams battle, and, don't blow any opportunities. I always say never leave points on the field. So if we get in the situation to, get a field goal, we're going to have to take it and be able to execute it. So I think it's just take care of the football and get the points when you can and stop the run.
Weeks 1 through 9 is always kind of the same. You got to score more than the other one, I think, is usually what the goal is.
Pretty much, yeah. It's pretty simple.
All right, Sam Anderson, head coach of the Urbandale Jayhawks. Our pregame show continues after this here on CISN.
Here on our pregame show, co-head coach Ryan Pezzetti, and here we go, week 9. What is the storyline for a coach in week 9, last regular home season?
You really want to start peaking as you get to that last third of the season. I feel we are. Good opponent tonight, Urbandale, great individuals. The record doesn't indicate who they are as a team, considering who they played. So we know it's going to be a challenge for us.
You've had a couple of guys be the next men in, but one of them was you kind of knew coming in. Caleb Reed was the guy you were excited about. I think you had said he put in his time. He'd done that, all those levels of the football. Yeah. And now how would you describe his season?
Oh, he's a great kid. We didn't get the ball to him enough against Waukee Northwest. It just didn't present itself like we maybe thought it would. We ran the ball extremely well against Waukee Northwest. But he's a great kid. You know what? When you build a program and you look at the kids around you, he took his time. He bought his time. When you have Max Snyder in front of you, that's at Minnesota State now. He learned from him. He got better and better and better, and he's one that we look forward to have a big night and a big postseason.
Offensive line, you talk about injuries. You seem to be as healthy as you've ever been at that position. Is that right?
Oh, for sure. You know what? Our team's healthy. Offensively, defensively, hopefully tonight we keep healthy again.
Having those threats that can, whether it's across the middle or go deep, do you feel that where's that line of, again, what the defense gives you've already said, but to get Braden Jackson the ball or to get Sam Heather the ball, how do you feel about that you've got the right parts right now in the right places, and when it's needed, those things are going to answer?
It's just who we are. I think we got a 5A player in each position right now. Just like you said, our offensive line is what we rely on. Absolutely, they're very, very talented. They're well coached. They know what they're doing. Going forward, they play really physical. And if you watch a football game and you watch what's going on up front, they're fun to watch.
Defensively, we talked about Sam Anderson's who you're playing.
Yeah.
Reed Anderson, he's a kid that just does everything you need. He's a 5A player to the core, but he's a football player. And that always, I think you always think that's one of the greatest compliments you can give a kid.
Oh, absolutely. He is a very, very physical football player. He does things the right way. He's a great leader. He's one of the captains on our football team. He's led the defense. He's stayed healthy. He's been banged up a little bit, but he plays through it. But outstanding football player, good family. everything is up and up with him.
Lastly, as we look at Urbandale specifically, what stands out to you that you have to address?
They have probably some of the best individuals that we faced all year. They defensive lineman that's going to Wyoming. I think they got a defensive back. I believe he's committed to go to UNI. They got some very, very talented young kids. I know they've struggled the past 2 games against Dowling and Johnson, but those are 2 outstanding football teams. So when we look at that, we know it's going to be a bell-to-bell game, and looking forward to this game and what comes after.
We're almost to the bell-to-bell game. I love that. That's a new one I haven't heard. Ryan Pezzetti, co-head coach of Centennial, back after this here on the pregame show. You're watching high school football on CISM.
Once again, I want to take a moment to thank all the coaches for chatting with us all regular season long and maybe into the postseason if their team makes it. We appreciate it greatly, and it helps give you, the fans, a little bit of an insight into what's going on this week. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll look at your games to watch tonight on the Central Iowa Sports Network and what's going on around the state.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V-Plow and Impact Straight Blade. With the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
And welcome back to the CISM Football Pregame Show. I'm your host, Blake Walker. Let's take a look at what's on tonight on the Central Iowa Sports Network, along with what's going on around the state. Your 5A games tonight here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. We'll talk about probably the biggest one tonight. Number 16th ranked Waukee takes on number 18th ranked Council Bluffs Lincoln. Both teams are 5-3 coming into tonight's matchup. It's pretty simple. The winner is on to the playoffs. The loser is going home. It's going to be a fun one. At Waukee Stadium, Waukee will look to get into the postseason for the second straight year. Valley taking on Marshalltown. Valley a little bit banged up in the injury category. Expect to see a couple more backups tonight. Marshalltown has not had the season they've wanted, but got the win last week against Des Moines Lincoln. They'll look to take down a monster of an upset opportunity on the road at Valley Stadium. And then finally, Ankeny Centennial takes on the Des Moines in-city rival Urbandale. Should be a good one. Ankeny Centennial at the number 10 spot. If they win, they have a good chance to move up and have a chance at a home playoff game. Those are the games tonight on the Central Iowa Sports Network. And your other games going on tonight. Number 4 Johnston takes on number 8 Sioux City East. The Dragons have been the surprise team this year in the Metro and look to continue with a win tonight over number 8 Sioux City East. The Black Raiders have a chance to possibly drop out if they lose. If they win, they keep their home field advantage. If they lose, they're going on the road. Should be a tough test for Sioux City East on the road against that powerful Johnston defense. Iowa City High at number 9 takes on number 1 Bettendorf. City High loses to Linn-Mar last week on a failed 2-point conversion. Bettendorf beats Prairie in overtime, 48-47. Both these teams coming off 1-point win and or 1-point loss. Last week, this is going to be a phenomenal football game. Can City High upset the Bulldogs and end their perfect season? Or will Bettendorf cruise into the playoffs at a perfect 9-0? Number 6, Pleasant Valley taking on number 5, Linn-Mar. Pleasant Valley trying to recover after the loss to Iowa City West. Linn-Mar looking good after that win over Iowa City High. Should be a really good game between these two. The winner gets home field advantage in the postseason. The loser is going on the road. And finally, number 13th ranked Ottumwa taking on number 14th ranked Waterloo West. These two teams, whoever makes it out of the two, will have to go on the road But whoever wins this game is in. The loser is out. It's pretty plain and Jane. Should be a really fun game between these two teams that have really battled tough and won the games they're supposed to this year, but now face the ultimate test here at the end of the season. Should be a good one between Ottumwa and Waterloo West. Well, that will wrap it up for us here on the CISM Football Pregame Show. I've been your host, Blake Walker. Thank you so much for watching all regular season. We'll see you next week for the postseason, and we'll see which Metro teams are hosting when it comes to our games here in Central Iowa. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Enjoy the games. We'll see you next week.
Here we go, week number 9. It's hard to believe we've come to the end of the regular season, but that is not the end of the excitement. It is the Iowa High School Athletic Association High School Football Class 5A regular season finale tonight. It's the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars and the Urbandale Jayhawks tonight from Ankeny City Stadium. Hello, everybody. I'm Paul Yeager along with Tim Hauber. Emma Eckhart will be with us in just a couple of minutes. Tonight, Tim, this is about getting ready for the playoffs if you're the Centennial Jaguars. And if you're the Jayhawks, you're out, but you can certainly make things interesting and go out with a chance to win tonight. What do you see as the key part of this playoff picture playing out behind us here in just a minute?
Well, Centennial talked about, or Coach Pezzetti talked about, this is really a playoff game for them because the win tonight, one, you want to be peaking at this time of the year, but also this affects the seeding. You may have a home seed next weekend in the playoffs.
And you had a conversation on the field before the game when you were talking about playoffs, and the coach gave you a pretty good line.
Yeah, he said, we've been in the playoffs now for like 3 weeks. It's just it's mentality. The guys are playing well. They're playing good defense. The offense, they got their rhythm down, but you want to be peaking at this time, and keeping the guys healthy is another key factor.
Well, Urbandale comes into this contest with a lot of good athletes in a lot of places, but it is a heavily sophomore-ridden team. But let's talk about one of their key guys, and he is off the end, headed to the University of Wyoming. It's Axel Ramazani, and this is a kid. He's been elite all-state. He gets double-teamed all the time, but he still makes his presence felt.
Yeah, Coach talked about they have to move him around because teams will scheme against him, and he is an impact player. He's the leading tackler on the team. He'll come off the edge. He'll come off the middle. He also has 9.5 tackles for loss, so he's in the backfield quite a bit. Look for him to be an impact player tonight on the Urbandale defense.
And for Centennial, we heard Coach Pezzetti talk about one of the, there's easy guys to talk to, but he says, hey, look at Caleb Reed. This kid has been, he's had his opportunity. Here he is getting introduced. It's a few minutes ago at senior night. 449 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's that X factor on the outside because Jackson creates so much attention on there in the backfield. Their running game, but they come out in different formations, and you kind of forget Caleb's out there. He's a track star as well. He can burn you deep, and he's done it 4 times this year.
Jaguars making their way onto the field right now. It's a 57-degree night. Wind is out of the north at 7 miles an hour. Let's go downstairs to the third member of our broadcast crew tonight. It's Emma Eckhart. Emma, that wind those flags look pretty calm. Is it cool, though, down there?
It's a little bit chilly, but really the wind, there's not much wind down here. It's just a little bit chilly, but it's really a great night.
All right, what are you getting on the sense of the emotion down there here being senior night?
Yeah, Centennial seems very hyped up and very ready to play this game.
All right, Emma, thank you so very much. Tim, you had a nice little comment when we were getting ready for this game tonight. Homecoming means one thing.
Yeah, homecoming is the glitzy game. A rivalry game is really kind of the intensity game. Senior night is the emotional game because, one, you're getting ready for the team. It's your last night. It could be your last night playing on this field. You're out there with your parents. A lot of stuff is going on, and all of a sudden, I'm a senior, my last game. So you're kind of balancing the two out. I always felt that the senior night was like one of those, like, it's a little surreal, but you always want to have your best game in front of your family.
We talk about the playoffs. There are a whole lot of scenarios that are going to unfold as the evening goes. Here's a look at the latest RPI rankings in Class 5A. At 10 is Centennial, 9 City High. Then you get up there, Pleasant Valley, Linn-Mar, Johnston. There's some creative things that could happen tonight, depending on how a couple of these games go. We could see 2 games hosted here. Ankeny won earlier this afternoon over at Cedar Rapids, Washington, a continued game from last night. They're in the playoffs. It's just a matter of, are they going to host or are they going to be on the road? They could play Centennial. Anything could happen as we see these games unfold. But, Tim, what stands out to you in that top 10?
We got some great head-to-heads. We got Bettendorf playing Iowa City. There's a lot of, 4 and 5, we have Linn-Mar playing Pleasant Valley. That can flip. That can knock a team from hosting all the way down to traveling across the state. We have some teams that are at that 15, 16 that might get knocked out. This is a kind of a crazy time here, so you never know. It's going to play out. We see have Jeff over there. He's doing like pivot tables on his Excel, trying to figure out where things going to go on. So
he had his shoes and socks off earlier too, trying to figure out. Well, so now if this happens, but here's a look at some of the games tonight. On CISN tonight, we've got this game with Urbandale and Centennial. Marshalltown is at Valley. Then you have Linn-Mar Pleasant Valley in the eastern side. That's a 5-6 game. Dowling's at Sioux City North. Sioux City East and Johnston. Pretty good game looking to unfold. Then the game that to me has some of the biggest implications on the teams we cover on a regular basis is Iowa City West and Prairie. Then you have Liberty and Cedar Rapids, Jefferson, Waterloo West, and Ottumwa. The winner is in. The loser is probably done for the year. Bettendorf and City High, to me, Tim, sneaky good game. Little Hawks could play spoiler.
Yeah, that's the one that, we got some, like you said, highlighted games on there that, they can really create this, even like Urbandale tonight, they can come out there and can really upset the apple cart and on a high note. So last game of the season, people kind of play out of their minds, different game plans to go out there. So it could be a wild night if these scores start coming in late in the second half.
One of the other games on CISN tonight is Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln at Waukee. Ankeny beat Cedar Rapids, Washington 56-0, and a rain continued. Actually, it wasn't the rain that was the issue last night. It was the lightning. The Hawks get back at around 12:30 this morning. They get back on the bus, go play a 4:30 game because Kingston's going to host another game here in just a few minutes. Davenport West and Cedar Falls last night. Southeast Polk beat Lincoln after a little rain delay there, a lightning delay. Davenport Central and Hempstead, East and Roosevelt Senior and Muscatine, Davenport North, Cedar Rapids, Kennedy and Waukee Northwest, and Ames. That's a look at the games. Urbandale is going to kick things off there in their all-white uniforms, red numbers with blue on the trim and the white helmets. Centennial tonight in their all-black uniforms, white numbers trimmed in silver that go left to right. On your screen here, getting ready to kick off for the Jayhawks is Logan Sutter, the junior, who does many things for this team, including it's a short kick to start, so it's not going to go deep, but it's going to be taken by Reed Anderson, the linebacker, getting a chance to return it. Reed, before we get into his on the defensive side, that kid, we could have easily talked about him in the open, Tim. 59 and a half tackles this year, and then he gets to return one right there.
Yeah, we can add that to his stat sheet because he has an interception on the year. He's got, quite a few tackles for loss, leading tackler on the team. So why not round it out with a kickoff return?
It'll be Kluver to start things off for the Jaguars. Braden Jackson, the guy who's most likely going to be your all-state first-team elite running back. He's over 1,000 yards rushing. He gets the first fake, and then Kluver goes down the far side, and he's got his man. Reed is open for a moment. The pass is knocked away, and it's broken up by Elijah Hoyt. We talked about Reed in the open, and he almost looked brilliant. Made us look brilliant there, Tim.
Yeah, just a little underthrown. Elijah, ball kind of hit him in the back there. Elijah Hoyt, one of their star safeties. He's planning to go to UNI next year. He's another one of these Division I athletes here on this Urbandale team, so he's got some good makeup speed. Also will play a wideout on offense. We'll see him playing both ways here for the Urbandale Jayhawks.
Hoyt on the season, 32 and a half tackles, 32 of them solo. That's common off a defensive back. We'll see what they do here on 2nd and 10 for the Jaguars. It's a handoff. Braden Jackson waits his time, stutters, and gets up to about the 44-yard line, which is right where the stick is. That'll be enough to move the chains for the Jaguars. They get a first down on their second play.
Yeah, Braden Jackson, Coach told him, a very patient runner. He goes there, waits for the hole to open. Sometimes it opens a little late. Kane Brooks, a tight end, did a nice job coming on the inside, helping those guards get a blocking lane out there and helping them pick up 10 yards for the first down.
Jaguars threw on first on the first play of their offensive possession. Let's see what they do on this first down. Jackson goes from right to left with Kluver in the backfield. Kluver to throw. Throw, catch made at midfield, and then upended is the Jaguars. That's Isaac Brule, who's been pushed into action here the last 3 weeks, and he gets 10 yards.
Something that doesn't show up on the stat sheet is that Braden Jackson getting there. Fake goes to him, but he also gets a block on there. He helps out on the, picking out either a linebacker or a lineman coming in, giving Kluver a little more time to can set his feet and get the pass out there. So one of the little things you do as a player to make the whole play work.
Chulu the tackle for the Jayhawks. Fourth play of the drive coming for the Jaguars. It's a fake to Jackson. Keeper by Kluver. He bowls over one man, and then Chulu makes the tackle. And Chulu is a little slow to get up, but he does pop up there as the ball gets to about the 36-yard line of the Jayhawks. Gain of 9 on that play.
Good offensive scheme going on there. The coach comes out there with 2 tight ends. They got Kane Brooks out there as a tight end. You can call him a tight end, a run back, win back when he comes in, but those 2 guys really get some good blocking out there, creating a bigger lane for Chase Kluver to pick up big yardage.
Call him whatever you want. Like me, don't be late. Don't make me late for supper. Kluver on 2nd and short, playbook wide open. They throw to the left side, and it's down to the ground. Is Reed to get the ball at the 32-yard line. That's enough to move the chains for the Jaguars. Offense moving. Cade Yeager there on coverage for Urbandale, but he wasn't needed because Reed had to go down to get it.
Good ball control. Urbandale comes out with that 3-man front, and they have 4 active linebackers out there, something we see. Ankeny High runs it. I know Iowa State runs that 3-man front. They have to occupy 5 blocking linemen, but then Centennial comes out with really close to 7 blockers on that line.
Kluver again in the backfield, 2 receivers to his right. He goes Jackson up the middle. Gets into the scrum and gets about to the 30, maybe the 29, no further.
Jackson up the middle.
Looks like Reed Quigley on the tackle there with the linebackers.
Reed
Quigley in there.
He's got 30 tackles on the year, 7 tackles for loss on the year, so they do get in the backfield.
One of the smallest gains of the offensive series for the Jaguars, only 2 yards. They had an incomplete pass on first down of the first play. Other than that, it's been big chunks. Jackson into the linebackers and the 20-yard line before he's tripped up. Yeager is in there, and also Gabe Blanchon was there, but Blanchon kind of got pushed back on the offensive line.
Nice block there. Braylon Deacon Cahy, taking on Ramazani head on, and blocked him out of the hole, creating the yardage for the first down. So good one-on-one blocking there by Braylon.
Deacon Cahy, second favorite name to Bendizu.
Yeah.
They're in the top 3 of this season's names. Braden Jackson next to Kluver. Now in motion goes Jackson, empty backfield. Quick throw to Jackson. Caught. Off the turf, makes a move, and then 3 Jayhawks bring him down at the 10-yard line.
Nice catch there. Ball a little low, right below his knees, showing good hands there and concentration, getting the ball out there and picking up the yardage. Not trying to do too much on that play.
Elijah Hoyt and Thang Lang make the tackle for Urbandale. Enough to make it 1st and goal just inside the 10 for the Jaguars. Brule to the right side of the formation with Jackson next to Kluver. In motion goes Brule. They give it to Isaac. Cuts it back into the 10, to the 5. He's making his way to the end zone, and he is scoring! Isaac Brule! Touchdown! Centennial Jaguars!
Yeah, good counter move, power to the left there, right to the left side of the formation. Brule does a nice job cutting inside. He's been running the ball a lot more this year from the running back position or from the right wing position. So good blocking up front, takes it in the end zone for the first touchdown of the game.
Brule pushed into action, mostly a defensive player. Still has 23.5 tackles. Ryan Bendizu on to attempt the extra point. Kick is up and good. Centennial 7, Urbandale 0. This is CISN.
Kick is up and good.
Save big at DeArmond CDJR Ames. Receive 2.9% for 84 months on the new Dodge Hornet RT, Grand Cherokee 4xE, and Jeep Wrangler 4xE. New Ram 1500 4x4s at one low price of $35,990. New Ram HD Crew Cab 4x4 starting at $47,990. That's over $13,000 off. Plus up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees at the all-new DeArmond CDJR Ames. DeArmondAmes.com.
Metro Heating and Cooling is celebrating 40 years of keeping Des Moines comfortable. To celebrate, this October we're offering $40 off one of our seasonal maintenance plans or $40 off any repair. Get your home ready for the colder months with expert care and big savings. Whether it's a quick tune-up or a much-needed fix, we've got you covered. So call Metro Heating and Cooling today to celebrate 40 years with $40 off this October. Trust the team that's been keeping you warm since 1984.
I see Emma. She put her jacket on. That's right.
7-0 Centennial after a 9-play, 66-yard. You see Emma Eckhart.
Yes.
We'll go to her in just a moment. We had to find her on the sideline. We need to give her that Austin Pink card so we can see a little trick of the trade here. Bendizu to tee things up for the Jaguars. It's a high kick, end over end. It is going to be returnable, and it is at the 9-yard line for the Jayhawks, getting up to about the 25-yard line on that return. Hoyt was trying to lead the block, but it was on the return was Levi Chulu. All right, Emma Eckhart, what do you know down there?
Yeah, well, I'm really just noticing the energy from Centennial. I just am watching the sidelines, and they all just seem very excited for this game tonight.
It's easy to catch the emotion down on the sidelines, isn't it, Tim?
It is.
It's hard not to. It's just that there's no more exciting place to be than on the sidelines for a football game. Courtside seats maybe second.
Right.
First, am I right in that? First play is a throw, and it is caught out at the numbers by Hoyt.
To get offensive, maybe a slot back that moved a little early on the play there. Came in for the side judge. Flag.
Legal formation, offense, more than 4 in the backfield. 5 yards, previous spot.
Yeah, someone didn't get up on the line. Not having 7 on the offensive line.
Our quarterback for Urbandale is Landon Rinnan, a sophomore, who 6 foot 205, 65, a 129 for 1,012 yards, 8 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. But listen to this, Tim. He's got 126. He's really good rushing the ball, too. 126 times for 567. He's running it right now, and he fumbles it. And let's see who fell on it. Curvey was there, but I think Rinnan falls back on it. You're not supposed to have that kind of a play when I'm trying to hype you up like that. But he's not accustomed. Let's take a look at the Metro Heating and Cooling replay. And just Isaiah Bassett got a hand on it.
We'll see it. They'll flip Bassett and Curvey on either side, creating the pressure. But that 4-man front, all seniors, 3 seniors and a junior, do get a lot of pressure on the ball, and they're in the backfield quite a bit.
And already Urbandale facing a 2nd and 21 after the penalty had put him back, and then the fumble put him back even further. Now it's trips to the right side for Rinnan. He motions the man, Hoyt. Rinnan runs out of time. He's going to run it, and Isaiah Bassett's not going to let him get any further than the 10-yard line. Wrapping him up right there is, and the tackle number 19 on the season for the senior defensive lineman.
That sack was by number 3, Isaiah Bassett. Another sack brought to you by White Realtors.
Their top receiver, number 9, Hayden Mosier, coming across the formation. He was waiting and waiting for something to open up, crossing, left to right, but they wasn't there, so he took off running. But a good contained by Bassett, not letting him get to the outside.
3rd down and a long way to go. The Jayhawks need to get to the 35-yard line. They're all the way back at the 12. It's 3rd and 23. And I think everybody had the snap count except the center. Because even I was watching the right tackle, Nick Bergamo, and he moved. They're going to get Cam Bowie there, and one of those sophomores. You heard Coach Anderson in the pregame talk about, our sophomores have been thrown in there, and we're trying to, do the best we can with them, but they get better each and every week. He says, we got to just coach them a little different than some of those older guys.
Right.
After the penalty, Rennan is going to run it. He'll get to the 15 and then get pushed forward to about the 20. Curvey was there. Carlos Blunt also in there, so it cuts it from 4th and 30 to a much more manageable 4th and 12 or 14. But it gets to be about field position already in this game.
Yeah, I can see why Rennan has 126 carries on the year. He had 3 carries there on that drive alone.
Into punt for Urbandale is Hunter Markle. High kick, but a little short. Going to be fair caught just on this side of midfield by Del Wesack. And the Jaguars will have their second possession, already leading 7-0 here on a drive. Other scores, Johnston leads Sioux City East 14-0. So Johnston has been getting a lot more ink as the season has gone on about the team that you don't want to play. And Waukee leads Abe Lincoln 7-0. Valley in front of Marshalltown 7-0. Yeah, Johnston's that team. That's who Urbandale played last week. And talking with Coach Anderson this week, he's like, man, they're just so good at so many spots. He talked about they're very complimentary about their defense, and everybody talks about Barku as a running back there for the Dragons. Kluver with time, throws, caught by Isaac Brule at the 45, and he spins his way down to the 41.
Kluver's pass completed to Isaac Brule. Moves the ball out to the Urbandale 40-yard line.
It's Cade Yeager and also Reed Quigley on the tackle for.
Brule, another one of those, seniors coming in. Not a lot of catches on the year, but, he already has 2 for the night, I believe.
First down yardage, 1st and 10 from the Urbandale 40. Jackson up the middle, stiff arms one defender, and is basically shoestring tackled. Otherwise, he's in the end zone at the 31-yard line. Nearly first down again.
You'll see here the patience on the running, little stutter step right, left, but he's kind of picking his way through as he goes through, picking up about 7-8 yards on that carry.
However, Chulu was stiff-armed, but somehow still made the tackle, kind of got his legs in there. Jaguars look a tiny bit confused breaking the huddle here at 2nd 1, so this could be an interesting play, something maybe they've not run in a while. Kluver to throw. Fakes the out, looks for the up, now he runs it. Throws it right side towards the end zone, wide open in this, and scoring for Centennial is Kane Brooks, the tight end. A score of 31 yards.
Kane Brooks did a little down and out, got behind the corner there, then took it straight to the end zone. When you see your quarterback running, you kind of go do it all go. Whoever goes out there, sees him and lays it out there, doesn't try to throw it too hard, just kind of puts it out there where it's a catchable ball. So, second touchdown of the night.
There's a good look at our replay. Randy Nielsen all over it tonight. He's so fast, I missed the replay. 31-yard score to Kane Brooks. Ryan Bendezu on to attempt the extra point. Out of the hole to Chase Kluver. Kick is up and good. Centennial leads 14-0.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you've been thinking about upgrading that old wood or gas fireplace in your home or adding a new one someplace that you've always wanted, we have Central Iowa's best selection of wood, gas, and electric fireplaces. So if you've always wanted to add some warmth and beauty along with value to your home, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today. 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
Visit these local businesses.
When in doubt, throw it to the tight end. That's what the Jaguars did on a 3-play, 52-yard ends with a Brooks 31-yard touchdown pass from Chase Kluver. Kick is taken at the 8-yard line. Shake, bake, made, not much further. Curvey makes the special teams tackle of Levi Chulu. We go down. Emma Eckhart down on the sideline. Emma, what is happening?
Yeah, well, he was wide open over here. I'm just down here in the end zone, and wow, he was just wide open. No one around him.
Was he open after that first move? Did you see?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fun. Because you saw the out. You run it. How many times as a kid do you run the out and up?
Yeah,
and you think it's going to work in it.
Then, he looked back. I think he took the look back, saw his quarterback starting to scramble. So, you get these calls where you just, go the end zone. That's wide open. And the safety didn't come over, and he was wide open.
Jayhawks go for a big pass to the tight end from Rinnan. He was trying to get to Turner Brown, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, Turner Brown, another senior, 6'5" senior. Coach talked about Turner Brown may get some college offer. There's some D3, D2 looks for him. He's a good-sized wideout. Their big receiver is really their tight end, Hayden Mosier, the 6'4". He's got 25 catches on the year. Surprisingly, no touchdowns, but he's a big target for him.
Rinnan, as a sophomore, started much of the freshman campaign. And he's going to turn around, play action. Rolls out, throws off his back foot, nearly intercepted. And that's going to be a penalty. Because I think the defensive back, Brule, came in with his head first.
Pass was intended for number 9, Hayden Mosier.
Not good when you see two flags in the field at the same time, so both officials saw the same thing.
Mosier, the intended receiver. Brad Bunting is our white hat tonight. He'll sort it out and let us know.
Eligible downfield. Yeah, that's what his initial signal was, an eligible receiver downfield.
Ineligible player downfield, number 71. This time decline. Result of play, third down.
All right, so I think Brule thought he had maybe.
21-yard line.
It's so hard when the lineman makes contact with the blocker. If that lineman then drops back and if you maintain connection, don't disconnect, you can do that. But once you disconnect, you can't go back and block, then you find yourself in no man's land. You're too far downfield.
3rd and 10 as the Jaguars declined the penalty. They keep it with Rinnan. He had the ball in Ramazani's gut the whole time. Actually, that was Jalen Brooks who nearly took it.
Who's ball out 3 yards? It'll be 4th and 7.
So now already down 14-0, and you're on your own 24-yard line. I think Urbandale's probably got to punt this thing away.
Yeah, early here in the first quarter. I think they're trying to establish that getting your first down be their first order of business. Getting used to the speed. Ankeny defense, they've got 10 of their 11 starters are seniors. They're really good. Maybe the best defense in 5A. I haven't seen everybody play, but it's one of the most impressive ones I've seen this year.
Markle's punt, a good high one. Again, fair catch called for, and this one made at midfield, just short of it again by the Centennial return team. This time it's Isaac Brule. And again, a short field coming for the Jaguars. Valley has now put 21 on the board against Marshalltown. Johnston still leads 14-0. Bettendorf and City High tied at 7. Going to keep an eye on that one.
Caliber Company, Quick Supply, Echelon Wealth Strategies, Joe Bennett Homes, Brookwood Farms,
Linmar Pleasant Valley, Iowa City West Prairie.
Simonson and Associates.
A couple of those games that really mean a lot to both Ankeny and Centennial and where their playoff future lies. Here on this week 9 of the regular season. Can you believe it, Tim? You say it every year, but here we are. It's cold.
Cooler.
cooler. You're right. In motion. Now it's throwback the other way. Caught by Reed at the 48, and then he gets about midfield and a couple of yards more before he is taken out of bounds.
Tackle was made by number 23.
Oh, gosh, there are 3 there. So Yeager was one of them. Also, Ajiri, who had been injured earlier this season. Coach Anderson talked about had a lot of guys, in and out of injury. They've kept a couple of guys out of some games or not played in the third and fourth quarter, trying to preserve and get to this point. But
good containment tackle there by Ujiri.
Second down play coming. They go Braden Jackson. Dances right, goes back left. A couple of shoulders get into him. And
Braden Jackson with the carry up the middle. Tackle made by number 0.
They're going to give Ramazani the tackle there next door at the PA.
I think Ben Stetler also was in there, the nose guard. 6'3", 205-pound senior.
42-yard line, 3rd and 1.
Gosh, you look at Ramazani on the binoculars. He looks like the kid in 6th grade who's a head taller than everyone else. I mean, these are high school guys. These are big dudes. Kluver, handoff Jackson. Urbandale stunts, comes close to the 40. Jackson's going to be able to get another yard. Jalen Brooks makes the tackle, but that's enough to move the chains for Centennial.
Picks up the Jaguar first down. That'll be 1st and 10.
Yeah, looked like number 32. He came in there flying in from a safety position. I thought he almost got him in the backfield. But Jackson is stronger this year. He breaks a lot of those tackles. If you just try to do an arm tackle or just a single leg tackle, more than likely he's going to break it and still gain some yards.
Jackson goes to the wide side of the field. Brule and Reed to our left. Before the snap, whistle comes in. Timeout. Centennial, I think play clock was at 0. With 32 seconds, we'll step away for a quick 30-second timeout with Jaguars leading 14-0.
This is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you and I both know that you've been wanting to convert your drafty old wood-burning fireplace into a high-efficient gas one. Well, this is the perfect time. Heating Glow is making it easier than ever. If you buy this year between September 15th and October 13th, Heating Glow is giving a free vent kit worth up to $650, making it easier than ever to convert that old wood burner. But the best deal in years won't last, so come on in today. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
Coming up at halftime, as it looks like it's Jersey night for the Centennial fans, the Urbandale student body. It is Halloween over there. I saw a couple of jumpsuits, a banana, kind of crazy stuff. Coming up at halftime, we're going to talk with Scott Hook, director of bands for Ankeny Centennial, so that is always fun. Had a chance last week to talk with Jennifer Williams from Ankeny. This week, Scott Hook with Centennial. Hear about this show that is just so fun to watch and listen to, and we're going to get the inside scoop on it coming up at halftime. 32 seconds left in this quarter. Kluver throws, lofts it downfield. He's got Reed on the sideline, in and out of the hands. Incomplete coverage. Jalen Brooks was stride for stride with him. Just couldn't quite drop that one in the bucket. It'll be second down.
In coverage for the Jacks, number 1, Jalen Brooks.
But a better throw there. Better to go a little over deep than go short on that, but he had good blocking in there. Blitz came in there trying to put a little more pressure on Kluver on that passing down. So now the down's a little bit of the favor of Urbandale because it's 2nd and 10. They need to contain this and keep it under 5 yards or less to make it a third manageable. So big second down play for the Urbandale defense,
which is pretty tight on the formation right now. So if you're Centennial, you're going to maybe see if you can bust it up. They go Brule on the jet sweep toss near side. He gets knocked out of bounds at the 36-yard line. The Ramazani was there.
Number 0. Axel Ramazani.
And this is 3rd and long. This is the first 3rd and long situation for the Jaguars here. It's been pretty easy for him so far. This is where you got to find out. This is good for your team. You need a good 3rd down conversion opportunity here.
Yeah, Kluver's been 6 of 8 for the game, for 73 yards. So they can pass. He's had some success there. He's moved more tonight in rollouts and running the ball. So see what he does here.
Kluver rolls out, throws, Has wide open. Isaac Brule's caught. He's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Centennial Jaguars. Isaac Brule.
Yeah, we had a safety get caught there, the bite there in the slot position. You know, Brule took it down the middle, ran the post pattern. He was wide open. Great catch there, a little bit behind him, took it in the end zone. That's what happens, you know, you get some of the defensive backs haven't played a lot there. They take the wrong read. That's what happens. An experienced quarterback and senior receiver is going to burn you.
Isaac Brule, 2 touchdowns tonight. That was his first receiving touchdown as Bendezou knocks it through, makes it 21-0 here at Ankeny State.
PAT by number 18, Ryan Bendezou is up and good.
36.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Centennial, 3 of 3 on their offense, scoring tonight. Bendezou to kick again with 15 seconds to go here. High kick taken at the 9-yard line again and tripped up again. Curvey, just like the last time, Chulu, not able to get really anything going there. Emma Eckhart, I mean, it's been a lot of 3-and-outs here for Urbandale. What else is going on down there?
Yeah, well, Urbandale really just needs to get on the board now. I mean, they just really need to find their momentum to get in this game again.
Again, another wide open receiver right there, Emma.
Yeah, that was also crazy.
They're running right at her. That's what they're doing. Run to the woman in the end zone and the reporter. Is that how you think
that's in the playbook, I think.
I thought so. Yeah, run to the reporter.
Yep.
All right, thanks, Emma. 21-0. Rinnan trying to get something going. Sends a man in motion. He gives it to him on the jet sweep. Is Hoyt, and he'll cut it up and then keep fighting and fighting. Stays in bounds, which will be the last play of the first quarter. It's been all Centennial. They lead 21-0. You're watching high school football on CISN.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Urbandale begins the second quarter with the football. 2nd and 10, ball on their own 19. Got some scoring updates. I'm going to give you a big one right after this play that might get you to go, huh.
So 20 personnel for Urbandale coming in there. You know, tight end lines up wide to the left there with 2 tailbacks, 2 offset running backs.
It's Renan. He gives the fake and then doesn't fool anybody, including Curvey. Gain of a couple on that play. All right, here we go. Bettendorf City High still tied at 7. Waukee 28-0. Johnson leads Sioux City East 14-0. Valley 21-0 over Marshalltown. But here's the score. Cedar Rapids Jefferson leads Iowa City Liberty 13-7. It's in the first.
Wow.
That would really shake some things up if that score were to hold. It's early. Only in the first quarter. Jefferson, their first winning season, I think, in 15 years. Renan to throw. Looks to the left. Now he's going to extend the play. Flips it out right into the arms of Reed Anderson. Interception.
His second interception on the year. He's got a kickoff return for a few yards. He played that really well. Underthrown ball by Renan there. Trying to find a receiver, but he tried to throw on the run. Underthrew, but good coverage there by Reed Anderson. Give him the ball on the 30-yard line.
Here's the rollout. Just playing a little schoolyard football. Curvey was getting pressure. I think whoever was running that route for Urbandale went long as opposed to cutting that thing off, and Reed just went down, got it. Big night for the senior. Reed Anderson, we talked about just briefly in the open. Reed is just lighting things up with his 59.5 tackles this season. 1st and 10 from the 32. Shortest field the Jaguars have had to work with. They go play action here. Kluver to throw down the field. He's got a man wide open. It's Caleb Reed. It's caught. Touchdown!
Caleb Reed there ran a post pattern. He goes, you want to profile me at the beginning of the game? I'll give you some more highlights there. He burned the safety. Got some speed out there, and he picked up the touchdown. His second of the game, his 6th on the year.
Kluver on the fake. Reed got behind the defender. Lang, all he could do was just watch Reed score. Get both feet in for sure. Official holds on for dramatic effect before putting the arms up, but that is a touchdown. Jaguars making it look easy here. Up with Ryan Bendezu to attempt the extra point. Kick is good. Centennial 28, Urbandale 0.
Fullback Chase Kluver, number 5.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Ryan Bendezu's kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. Jayhawks will start the ball from their own 20-yard line, looking to get a first down. Let's go down to Emma Eckhart. Emma, did they run that play at you too? Or?
Yeah, I moved down over here onto the Urbandale sidelines, and man, I saw that play right down here too. It was crazy, just still, I mean, a few feet in front of the Urbandale defenders there.
All right, so now that you're walking on that Urbandale sideline, what are you picking up from there?
I'm just sensing that Urbandale's kind of just defeated right now.
Yeah, it's a tough emotion when you're down like that. Fake to the right, and Renan's going to keep it now, bounce it out to the right and get no further. Curvey is just spying on him. Reed Anderson came up for help. Renan gets no further there. In fact, he loses a couple of yards on that play. Thank you, Emma, for that report. Being on that far sideline. All right, Tim, you're down 28-0. You're Urbandale here. Your last game of the season. What do you do?
Trying to find, it's really going on the quarterback there. He's either running the ball, trying to roll out, maybe get him to the outside. The defensive line's really controlling the Urbandale offensive line. Maybe find someone else. Maybe bring the tight end in. Trying to find something to get some rhythm going and maybe get that running game going than they have before.
Rennan by himself except for a blocking back. Now Rennan's going to tuck, run, and Reed Anderson's going to two-arm tackle him, grab his feet, pull him down.
By number 8, Reed Anderson.
And it'll be almost back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 11 coming here for the Jayhawks.
I don't think you're going to see Rennan outrun Reed Anderson. I think Reed can match pretty much any running back step for step or any quarterback in there. So it almost seems unfair that your linebackers are playing at the line of scrimmage, really adding like a 5th and 6th lineman there. So now brings up that inevitable 3rd and 11.
One thing Coach Anderson said about Rennan, he just loves how he took over and just led this team, throws a pass incomplete. Again, I think him and a receiver just not quite there together intended. Looks like Trey Dahlgren was who that pass was thrown for. But Dahlgren was facing the sideline. The pass was behind him. Incomplete, and again, another punt coming for the Jayhawks.
Unfortunately, it stops the clock. So, but that looking is there. I think he had some time back there. He was just a little off on his timing where his receiver is going to be. That's going to be working on that. He's not known. He's got 1,000 yards passing. He's completing at a 50% clip.
Hunter Markle to punt again. Low kick this time, and the Jaguars are going to let it roll. A new returner there was Max Schmitz, the freshman. He gets away from it, and it'll be back to the 43-yard line.
43-yard line of Centennial. That's where the Jaguars will take over. 1st and 10.
So we've seen the offense be pretty standard there. I haven't seen too much of the double wing formation, keeping Jackson in the backfield, because Jackson, you'll see him lined up as one of the wings. He'll be next to the quarterback. He'll be I formation. They move him around quite a bit. Hard for the defense to key on him. But the passing game has really taken off for Kluver. He's want to get him over the 1,000-yard mark passing, and he's done that well tonight.
I don't believe Urbandale has picked up a first down yet. It's a play action, and they'll go off the fake to Caleb Reed incomplete. My apologies for not watching the play through the glasses. It was a good fake to Braden Jackson, and then Kluver rolled back out to the right because I wanted to check. I just didn't think that Urbandale.
I don't think they have.
I don't think they have either.
Yep.
Yeah. So tough sledding for them so far here. Looking at their offense, only 12 yards, 0 of 4 passing, 8 rushes for 12 yards. That's all the Jayhawks have been able to do. Centennial tonight passing 8 of 11 for 105 rushing, 9 for 60, total of 165. Jaguars looking for a little more here. 2nd and 10, up 28-0. 9:20 to play here in the half. They give to Jackson, who pauses, dances, and then doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Loses a couple on the play. Good defensive play. Reed Quigley, Cade Yeager on the tackle.
Quigley won the other. He'd be the 3rd leading tackler on this defense. Got a nice job keying on him. 2-yard loss there. This is a 3rd and 12. We don't see Centennial hasn't been in this situation much tonight. This is a chance for this defense to get a 3 and out. Watch that passing game. They've gone deep. They've gone to the sidelines. Brule and Reed have been 2 key factors. You haven't heard much about Sam Heather tonight. Look for him to sneak out and do something big.
Heather to the left of Kluver. Kluver's flushed, runs, and it's going to be short of the first down. Good defensive play coming in there for Urbandale.
It's Jacob Hugel, junior middle linebacker, or inside linebacker for that defense. Officials stop the play. Left some laundry on the field.
There it is. It's at the 47.
It's against maybe holding or face mask.
After the play, dead ball, personal foul. Defense, number 10. That'll be 15 yards. Results in a first down.
So what would have been a 4th down situation is a late after the play penalty, and that gives the Jaguars a fresh set of downs.
So that penalty moves the ball out to the.
I think he came flying in from his safety position. That was Yeager came in. I think he just got there a little bit late after the quarterback had gone down, and then we called the personal foul. So basically for player safety. So fresh set of downs for Centennial.
Ball's right in front of us at the 43-yard line. On the sweep, Brule gets to the outside, has a block from Reed, and then he gets to about the 30. And he's brought down by Elijah Ujiri.
Tackle made by number 23, Elijah Ujiri.
And on the replay here, he had Braden Jackson as a little bit of a lead blocker. And then just a couple of white shirts were able to sneak through and make that tackle. Clock moving, 7:40 now. Jaguars moving with now another first down, ball at the 31-yard line. Fake. Kluver to throw. It's complete to Brule at about the 15. And I'm pretty sure Tara Quayle is going to go back and plead his case that he was held on that play.
Yeah, there's a lot of jersey stretching going on there, but there's one, Brule came from the left side of the formation. The slot came across, from left to right. Tight end had cleared out the corner, so that was wide open there. Good read by Kluver to go for the open man.
Kluver now over 1,000 yards passing. He only needed a couple of throws to get over that threshold. So that's a great season anytime you can go 1,000 yards throwing. Kluver to add to his total. Now he goes out to Jackson on the safety valve. Braden makes a move, makes a guy miss, then he gets hit pretty hard. Brooks was there first, and then Quayle was there second. Quayle made the big hit.
Yeah, Quigley did a nice job getting there, turning it back in. That's a lot there. That's a lot of open field to be facing a running back like Braden Jackson in the open field. So, but it did a good job holding his position, keeping down to about a 3 or 4 yard gain.
Second and 7 from the 13. Clock approaching 6 minutes to go here before half. Fake to Jackson. Kluver keeps it up the middle, follows his blockers all the way into the end zone. Touchdown! Chase Kluver for 13 yards and a Jaguar score.
That's a nice job there. He either comes out from that slot, that H-back position, blocking up the middle. The quarterback, all he has to do is follow him up the hole there. Did a nice job of blocking between the guard and tackle up the middle for a running touchdown.
Speaking of running, if Bendezu can put this through the extra point, which he's perfect on the season, we will have a running clock here when we come back. Proof that the announcer jinx does not work. 35-0 Jaguars.
Save big at DeArmond CDJR Ames. Receive 2.9% for 84 months on the new Dodge Hornet RT, Grand Cherokee 4xE, and Jeep Wrangler 4xE. New Ram 1500 4x4s at one low price of $35,990. New Ram HD Crew Cab 4x4 starting at $47,990. That's over $13,000 off. Plus up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees at the all-new DeArmond CDJR Ames. DeArmondAmes.com.
Metro Heating and Cooling is celebrating 40 years of keeping Des Moines comfortable. To celebrate, this October we're offering $40 off one of our seasonal maintenance plans or $40 off any repair. Get your home ready for the colder months with expert care and big savings. Whether it's a quick tune-up or a much-needed fix, we've got you covered. So call Metro Heating and Cooling today to celebrate 40 years with $40 off this October. Trust the team that's been keeping you warm since 1984.
Jaguars convert again. They lead 35-0 as Bendezu's kick is into the end zone. Touchback. Coming up at halftime, we're going to talk marching band, but right now we're going to talk with Emma Eckhart.
Yeah, well, Urbandale just really needs to get something going here. They're just have not been able to get absolutely anything, but the Jaguars they keep going. They have all the momentum right now.
Jaguars have made it very difficult for Urbandale tonight. Jayhawks still looking for their first down here.
As Coach said, you want your team peaking, playing their best. This defense is playing their best there. They have they've shut down the passing game. There really isn't much of a running game. We haven't seen any of the running backs run outside of Rinnan, the quarterback.
1st and 10 from the 20, 6:06 to go. Rinnan throws, caught, lateraled, and down the far sideline. That's a pretty play.
The old hook and ladder.
The old hook and ladder is going to score.
Down there.
80-yard touchdown for the Jayhawks. Elijah Hoyt. That's a highlight right there, and that is pretty.
Could be the number one. It was perfect. He caught it there. Perfect toss.
Not only do you get your first down of the game, you get a touchdown. What a play. Here it is again. Rinnan throws, caught initially by Dahlgren, and then Hoyt comes along and says, I'll take it from here, thank you. On to attempt the extra point. Logan Sutter. Kick is up, and it just sneaks in to make it 35-7 here at Ankeny Stadium.
Logan Sutter is through the uprights and good. 5 minutes.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you've been thinking about upgrading that old wood or gas fireplace in your home or adding a new one someplace that you've always wanted, we have Central Iowa's best selection of wood, gas, and electric fireplaces. So if you've always wanted to add some warmth and beauty along with value to your home, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today. 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
Is it a reception for Dalton in a
That's
run?
That's a very good question Tim's bringing up. Is that a run or is that a pass? Because it's a pass, right? With a lateral, it still counts. So yeah. And Dahlgren caught it.
So you get a 9 and a 71-yard.
From when he takes the lateral. Okay. It's 80 yards of offense there.
For their hard work and dedication, please give a big round of applause for our chain game. Thank you for your continued support of the young people of Ankeny.
I think it's too early for the onside.
It is a little early, and I don't know why they were called. Sorry, we're back. We're talking. You just caught us mid-conversation. It's the same all the time. This is how we talk. Urbandale scores on a big hook and ladder. Hoyt caught it. We were going to see it, and then when they were doing something here on the field, it kind of threw off our plan, but that's the way it goes sometimes.
So Dahlgren gets a 9-yard reception, but laterals back to Hoyt. Now our discussion here is that 2 receptions in one play? If that would be a great trivia question.
I'll have to look that up here at the break. But I'm going to be busy talking band. High kick from Sutter. Caught Reed Anderson again at the 32. Reed is going to return it a few yards up to about the 35-yard line.
Reed Anderson. Tackle was made by number 43, Ollie Gray.
Ollie Gray makes the tackle. Got to get Ollie in there. All right, let's go Emma Eckhart down on the sideline. Emma, you moved sidelines, didn't you? You were from one side to the other. You saw that one, too.
I did. Yeah, that's really what Urbandale needed here. That was a beautiful play.
You do. So if it's not announcer jinx from me, they're trying to score to make sure they get good coverage on CISN, right?
Right.
Okay. Just making sure. All right, Emma, thank you. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. This is the worst starting position the Jaguars have had this game.
So something coming from the sideline. Up is the spot.
Oh, they've been looking at the chains. I think they've got things worked out. Emma, we need to find out what's going on there with the chains. I think it's worked out now, so no need. We're good. We're good. All right, Chase Kluver back in at quarterback. Braden Jackson's with him. Braden to block. Kluver to throw on the screen. Braden Jackson caught. He's at the 35, 40, 45. Midfield, gets a block down. Now he's going to get inside the 35-yard line, almost to the 32-yard line before he's knocked down. by Yeager on this little screenplay. As you say, Tim, Braden just got lost in the wash, and it was a foot race from there.
Yeah, he's putting on the defensive lineman really has him in coverage, which is unfair because Jackson can take, has the speed coming across the formation, but he gets in the open field there. Looks like he's gliding and he's picking up 5 yards every 2 steps.
Pickup of 35 on the play for Braden Jackson. Handoff, Braden Jackson. He's hit after a couple of yards.
Jackson
and gets a
that was made by
before he's brought down by Jacob Hewell. Gain of 4 on the play.
Takes a lot to step in that hole there, and Braden Jackson comes in.
Correction, number 36, Jacob Hewell. For our gain, 2nd and 6.
Jackson again off left tackle, cuts it back up inside, gets close to the first down marker, which is where the 20 is. They'll stop the clock, meaning
Jackson
he has it.
On the carry, good kick out block from number 78, Lucas Jurovich. I move the ball to the 21-yard line. Good enough for a first down. 1st and 10.
Saw in the game now, Caleb Larson, a junior offensive lineman, came in, also blocking on that play.
Devin Good in, Braden Jackson out. Braden Jackson on this game so far. 9 carries, 48 yards, 3 catches, 49 yards. So good night for Braden so far as we're at 4 minutes now. In motion goes Brule. They go underneath Good. Good follows his blockers right up the hash mark inside the 10-yard line.
And number 36, Devin Good.
And another Urbandale player is slow to get up after that tackle. This time it's Gabe Blanchett.
Jaguars have entered the red zone.
And that's inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Another Metro Heating and Cooling red zone play coming for the Jaguars.
That was a 30th offensive play here for Centennial. So that defense has been on the field quite a bit here in this first half. That's a lot of plays for your defense to tackle, to get up, and then get wore down by that big offensive line of Centennial.
Jackson back in next to Kluver. It's the give to Braden up the middle. Braden walks into the end zone for another touchdown.
Straight pancake block by Lucas Jurovich. In there, straight, heavy formation, double tight ends getting in there, just straight zone blocking straight ahead there. All that Jackson has to do is kind of wait for that hole to develop and pick it and take it in the end zone. So nice job by that big offensive line, senior dominated offensive line of Centennial.
Brule, Brooks, Brule, Reed, Kluver, now Jackson have scored tonight. So is this guy, Ryan Bendezu. Another extra point. It's 42-7 here at Ankeny Stadium.
Ryan Bendezu's up and good.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Jaguars score again, 42-7 now, 3:21 to play. We'll be back up to the 35-point threshold. Bendezu puts a leg into it again. This one is going to go a couple of yards deep again into the end zone for a touchback. All right, Emma Eckhart, what happened there?
Well, I just keep moving and keep getting all of the action, I guess. That was a really good play for Centennial. Just walked right into the end zone.
Yeah, that one. And, Jackson, you've seen Jackson a couple of times this season, right? This is your second Jaguar game with us?
No, this is my first.
This is your first. So what's your impressions of Braden Jackson? What is he standing out about in his performance to you?
I mean, everything. I mean, nothing. Literally nothing is going wrong for the Jaguars right now.
That is true. Rennan now has to run after he gets Curvey caught up in the air. Rennan is going to be stood up by Greider at 20. But the more pressing concern is Curvey, who went up to break that pass up, and he comes down limping after that play. He'll go out.
Coming off on his own power.
And Cade Muring comes in.
Correction gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the Urbandale 21-yard line.
Asking a lot of Rennan there. He's having to scramble and get the yards he can. Need to pick up something positive here and get something in the 5-6 yard variety, make it third and manageable for this offense.
Hoyt goes in motion. They give it underneath. And not much there for Cathcart. Have not seen much of Jalen Brooks run the ball tonight. They've been putting him more on the defensive side, and Coach Anderson was like, Jalen's done everything we've asked him to. He's like, his stats might not be where we want him to be, and it's just not been, great. But he's like, he's such a team player, doing what we need, and right now they need him on the defensive side.
Yeah, he was a 1,000-yard rusher last year. He's got 579 coming into the game tonight.
Rennan to throw on third down, and it's caught by Hoyt over the outstretched arms of Reed Anderson, who's just now showing off. If he would have picked off his second interception of the night.
Yeah, just over the outstretched arms of Reed there, but a nice out pattern. A good time there by Rennan. That's one of his better throws he had tonight. Picks up their first down. The other one, the touchdown, really was, it was one big play going down there. So this is their first consistent drive they've had getting up to the 39-yard line.
Hoyt, a pickup of 17 from Rennan. 1st and 10 from the 39, a minute 20 to go before half. It's the keeper, Rennan. He'll get to the 40 and then stood up. Greider there, leaving the unfriendlies. Noah Carter also there, and it's a timeout. Centennial trying to preserve some of this.
Timeout.
Urbandale calls timeout.
They got 3 to play. They feel they got a drive going on.
Yeah.
They got some momentum go down there. You want to see it get something going on. That's the quarterback gained a couple of yards there, so some of that read options working a little bit for them. Hoyt coming in the backfield.
For our halftime entertainment. First up will be the dance team, and that will be followed by performance.
Major League Baseball is on. At last I saw it was 0-0 at the bottom of the third. Yankees-Dodgers.
I say Yankees in 6, and someone looked at me like I had 3 heads.
There are some great hitters. My 4-year-old grandson is an Ohtani fan, huge Ohtani fan.
You want to talk about a sport that has a huge opportunity with this World Series. You've got some of the most well-known players.
Yes.
Now going to be on the great fall stage of the Classic.
Great time of year.
But it's coming to a close real fast for many high school teams tonight. Last game of the year. Playoffs already for A1A, 2A. And then playoff seedings for the rest of everyone will be released tomorrow morning. Rennan is going to run. He'll get to the 45. He's got the first down, spins out of more trouble, puts his shoulder down, and escapes again. What a run by Rennan! Oh, wow! That's a play.
He had a scramble in the backfield. He got out of that, went up there, stiffed arm, picked up another first down. Trying to look in the backfield there. They had a blitz going on. He escaped, runs.
Stiff arms one guy, shoulders loose there. Clock moving at 40 seconds.
Coach said, gave him a big compliment, goes, he's Lanning-esque as a sophomore. It's a huge compliment for a sophomore quarterback.
Plays like that will keep earning that. Throw is caught by Hoyt. Now they're first down. And I think another timeout coming for Urbandale to preserve this clock.
Hoyt, two-way player, UNI bound, probably plays safety, defensive back there, but he's, quite an athlete. He's the other Division I athlete they have here on the Urbandale squad. So they don't have as much depth, but they have a lot of really good athletes out there.
Did you see the new plans for the Unidome?
No.
They had a dedication ceremony last night for the first phase, which I think was the roof and a couple of other things, maybe a larger meeting space for the team. But now they're announcing they're going to, how the Unidome has the press box areas up towards the top. They're going to basically cut into that and make some suites. And then suites along the whole the top. And then it looks like the renderings are going to maybe take up a couple of rows off the front. And then they'll have padded seats in a lot spot, wider seats. But just kind of, they're going to shrink some of that capacity, make it a little more. And I've seen Panther people online the last couple of weeks. They've gone to South Dakota State, South Dakota, North Dakota, North Dakota State. Look at these other domes and went, not North Dakota, but they've gone and said, we could have something like that.
And that's a building that gets quite a bit of use, between UNI and the high schools.
Rinnan now, first down from the 30 with time. Now running. Greider gives chase, throws it out of bounds, incomplete. And again, since it is a running clock, that is likely going to be the last play unless Urbandale calls timeout. And since they didn't get much on that play, I think they're going to just let it expire here at the half. Centennial leads. It is all Jaguars. 42-7 here at half. Did they call timeout? That is the end of the first half.
Yep.
Didn't think they got.
I think the player's looking at the play clock, which that was running, but that was not the game clock.
All right, Emma Eckhart is making her way for co-head coach Ryan Pezzetti. I see him at the 20-yard line making his way to you. And we'll go down here as the Centennial Jaguars lead the Urbandale Jayhawks 42-7. As this has been an impressive night with 5 different guys scoring. We go down to our sideline reporter, Emma.
Coach, you just have lots of good guys getting plays tonight. How's this working for your team?
You know what? Our kids came out ready to play. Week 9, senior night, you're always worried about some distractions, but they're dialed in. They played a great first half against a good Urbandale team.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's go ahead, Coach Ryan Pezzetti and Emma Eckhart. Thank you so very much. All Centennial 42-7. We're going to talk and learn more about this Centennial band. Oh, he's here. Our halftime guest, Scott Hook, is here. We'll talk the marching band when we come back. Halftime at Ankeny Stadium here on CISN.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
DeArmond CDJR Knoxville with these outstanding offers. New Grand Cherokee 4xe Trailhawk with up to $13,000 off. New Dodge Hornet RT also up to $13,000 off. New Jeep Gladiator Sports receive 14% off MSRP. And new 2024 Ram 1500 Bighorns with over $10,000 off. And we want your trade. Receive $300 to $500 more or we will buy it from you. Incredible savings at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville.
Metro Heating and Cooling is celebrating 40 years of keeping Des Moines comfortable. To celebrate, this October we're offering $40 off one of our seasonal maintenance plans or $40 off any repair. Get your home ready for the colder months with expert care and big savings. Whether it's a quick tune-up or a much-needed fix, we've got you covered. So call Metro Heating and Cooling today to celebrate 40 years with $40 off this October. Trust the team that's been keeping you warm since 1984.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you've been thinking about upgrading that old wood or gas fireplace in your home or adding a new one someplace that you've always wanted, we have Central Iowa's best selection of wood, gas, and electric fireplaces. So if you've always wanted to add some warmth and beauty along with value to your home, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today.
10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Halftime here at Ankeny Stadium as the dance team performs. We'll get a quick little look at what they are doing, but it has been all Centennial in this first half, 42-7. Scott Hook is the director of bands for the Jaguars and Centennial, and back for our annual interview and discuss of the show. What are we going to see tonight?
You're going to see the show's called Lights, Camera, Action, and it's the golden age of Hollywood. So you're going to watch us put together an old school Hollywood movie.
And I, as a TV guy, I mean, I love the terms that you use. There's a part we'll hear with the narration that says, "We're losing light. We've only got time for one take."
Yep.
Who's the voiceover for you?
It's actually it's my brother-in-law. He's a voice actor out in L.A., and so I called in some favors, and so he's done a couple things for us over the last few years.
What's the inspiration for the show?
The inspiration was just the phrase, the golden age of Hollywood. And then we kind of went there and decided what would it be like if we just kind of peeled it back and did everything in the scene, and we got to see the director and hear the director tell him what to do and use all that iconic imagery and music and stuff that we all recognize.
It is a small city when you come onto the field here. What
Indeed.
The props pop, the yellow gold opposite the gray and black of your school colors there. It's just so dynamic. A couple of years ago, I know you had some even brighter yellow color guard outfits, but kind of what are we seeing right here as they're coming out onto the field?
What you're seeing right now is that we're actually building it in. They're building the set. So here in a second, you're going to hear some sound effects coming through the speakers of construction sounds, and all the band members are going to start acting out like they're the extras or the crew building the set as they go. And then we've got several backdrops. We have some giant cameras out there and spotlights. And so it's just a peek behind the scenes as they set up for the movie.
I'm always the most nervous at this part of the show, the walk-on, the setup, making sure everything is on and working. But you kind of have now incorporated some of that, and it is part of the show.
Yes, that's what we were kind of going for. We wanted that feel. If we're gonna set it all up and build it, we might as well let everybody see it. So
then, does the judging count the moment is the judging when you walk onto the field and break the plane?
Technically, they don't. They don't judge. Technically, they don't judge until the salute. But so the whole idea is that we're kind of setting the mood, right? We're priming everybody to know what's going on and what to look for. So it's become a big part of the shows that we do anymore.
So we start to see some. We already heard one of those first audio cues. So we have. You set the film pieces in front.
Yep.
You've kind of used those. They're not dividers, but they're like what do you call them?
We call them front walls.
Front walls.
Yeah. Yep. Just kind of we want to build a set and kind of set the mood for everything. So.
All right. Who are your drum majors?
Colin Ryan and Bella Yashak, Ethan Quinn, and Ellie Vout.
And before I forget, I know tomorrow's All-State. Don't let me forget. We're going to talk about All-State auditions
Excellent.
When we get done. All right, so now one of the things we talked about with Jennifer last week was the movements, and this looks like you're maybe doing some movements here as part of that's also incorporated.
Yes, they're warming up like they would be if they were going to get ready to do a movie scene. So we've got people warming up acting, we have people building set, painting props, just going through their motions and running lines and all that. So. And then we're about to get started.
Your main, who wrote the show and who did some of your choreography?
So Janelle Hook, my wife, ninth grade director, she writes all the choreography that the band does and the color guard does. A friend of mine arranges the music for us. And then the director of bands at Arizona State University writes our drill for us.
First song is?
That's Entertainment. And we start with a fanfare from El Cid.
Action.
So this first scene is we want to have a big opening of an epic Hollywood movie.
And then how many trumpets do you have there in the front playing?
We have 25.
What a great sound.
And this sets up kind of our comedy section. So we've got our low brass doing some fun moves down there, and then they take over.
Familiar tune. How many members are you marching this year?
We're at 236.
Is that your biggest?
It's the biggest we've had, yep. We have 45 in the Guard, which is the biggest we've had.
And the number of volunteers and the number of buses you take is a small city in Iowa when you're traveling with 300.
It is wild, yeah. 8 buses. We probably run 40 parent volunteers per competition, so it's a lot of help to help us do what we do.
And the parent, just absolutely thank you, parents who put in the time. And you probably have a parent coordinator that even tries to take things off your plate to make sure everybody gets that full experience, too.
Oh, yeah, our parents are fantastic. So we've got our rocket kick line here. Because what Hollywood movie would be without a kick line?
And so that really is that front stage. You're able to utilize that in so many ways. And I'm guessing that was all kind of part of the design.
Yeah, we wanted to have set on the field, but then also a way to bring our stars up to depict all the different scenes we're doing.
Now, 43 in the color guard.
45.
45.
The energy.
So you are stretched
set up
from
for the farewell scene.
10 to 10,
basically, yeah.
And from sideline to far hash, it's just
as time goes
really just keeps getting bigger and more visual, and it is just, especially from up here, Scott, to be able to see it is awesome. What's next?
This is our farewell scene from Casablanca. So this is as time goes by. So we've got Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman up on the stage with our trumpet soloist.
And who was the soloist?
Harrison Jansen is our trumpet soloist.
And do you know if the kids had watch parties to watch Casablanca?
We didn't. We did do for our third scene is coming up is Singing in the Rain. We did do a watch party for
You
that.
did do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Earlier this year, both you and the Ankeny bands did a fundraiser at the AMP that you played a song from that. They played a song from theirs. The first time I heard it, I just went, I cannot wait to see the show. And each week has been so fun to see. How has this show developed from September to here in late October?
Well, it's really come together well, and there's so many little things that as you watch it that we've added to it to bring out the theme. And what's really been amazing is how well the kids have bought into performing it. From the playing and the marching, but then to the acting and all the little things that when we first told them they were going to do it, they kind of looked at me like, yeah. But they just performed the heck out of the show. It's been a fan favorite at every competition that we've gone to.
And back to our original soloist.
Our soloist, yep. And this is as Bogart bids farewell.
Competitions, which ones have you gone to?
We did a BOA, Bands of America Regional, and we did Cedar Rapids 5 seasons, and then we did the Valley Day Show and Night Show this year.
Mr. Kelly, to your spot.
Now we're coming up on Singing in the Rain, and this has been a huge fan favorite for this one.
Singing in the Rain.
So what are we going to see?
Take one.
You're going to see a lot of yellow slickers. You're going to see some umbrellas. You're going to see some tap dancing. We've got Gene Kelly down about to play a saxophone solo.
Leaning on the light post.
Yep.
portable mics have really made an ability to hear these things.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
As the years have gone on.
It makes such a difference. So now we've got, so that's Tyler Zhang on the saxophone. And then we have our tap dancers that are going to tap dance to the percussion feature.
Are some of these the same that were the kicks, or do you rotate different people in?
Some of them are the same and some of them are different. So we had tap dance auditions, and actually this section was choreographed by a couple of the members down there that they choreographed all of it. They did a lot of historical research to watch several tap dance sections from movies, and
I have to admit, that's the one that catches us every time.
Yeah.
That's the part where we just stop.
Right.
And
Amazing work, everyone.
yeah, it's really,
Let's
really
set up
fun.
for the big final scene. We are losing light, so we only have time for one take.
let's put it on a
Actors,
modern twist.
to
The,
your
the
places.
last take. If you've seen the movie La La Land from a few years ago,
Yep.
They really, the great dance scene
And
that they do, they really did just have like one take for the light. And
I
it's
heard
so,
that.
It so happens all the time with film. It's so much more important. All right, what is our number here?
This is No Business Like Show Business. So we wanted a big finale, and we couldn't think of a bigger song to do, and so we got some. We have people down in bowler hats, and we've got a cane group coming up to do some choreography on the stage.
I did not do this with Jennifer last week. I didn't make the pledge. Who helped financially get you to this point, and how can people help you and the other bands continue to have events and things like this?
The Ankeny Instrumental Music Foundation is a huge part of what we do. They support both band programs and have since the split to the two schools, and you can donate at our website, or if you want, just reach out to a band director. But all of that money goes back to the band programs.
And now you're getting more instrumentalists mixed in here.
Yep, so we got a low brass trio right there, and now we have a trumpet trio.
And the amount of movement here, Scott, is just amazing.
Yes, this took a lot of practice.
You're not going to lie.
No.
Paul, I'm not going to lie.
No,
That took a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of bumping into each other at first.
Get ready for your close-up.
Oh, fantastic.
Cut. That's a wrap.
And that's a wrap for seniors, too.
Yes,
Their
this
final
is
band
their last performance. So a lot of tears tonight, a lot of happy tears, but it's been a big part of their lives for a really long time. So it's fun to send them out on a nice night like this.
And they start in August, sometimes even in June for some of the other parts of your band. And you put in a lot of time.
It is a lot of time. But you know what? It's the best job in the entire world. I love working with them. I love seeing what they get to do. So it's just a pleasure every day to work with them.
And tomorrow morning, all-state auditions.
Yep.
You're
8
going
o'clock
to
in the morning.
going to
Indianola High
Indianola?
School.
And
Yep.
you got a full complement going?
Yeah, I think we have 27 kids auditioning this year. So
good luck to you. Thank you so
thank
very
you
much.
very much. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. Scott Hook, Director of Bands of Centennial. We're at halftime. We'll review stats and get you ready for the second half. Right after this, you're watching high school football and marching band on CISM.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V-Plow and Impact Straight Blade. With the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job Well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
October savings at DeArmond Chevy GMC Knoxville. New Silverado 1500 custom 4x4s with up to $8,000 off. New HDs with 5.9% for 84 months. 5 all-new 2025 Chevy Equinox in stock. Receive up to $8,000 off Sierra 1500 SLTs and $3,000 off new GMC Terrain. And we want your trade. Receive $300 to $500 more or we'll buy it from you. All at DeArmond Chevy GMC in Knoxville, Iowa.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Welcome back to halftime here at Ankeny Stadium. It's Ankeny Centennial in the lead. They're back out onto the field now. Urbandale has made their way. And Emma, I may have missed our opportunity. Did I miss Emma? Did we miss our? Nope, let's go. Let's go down to Emma Eckhart right now.
You had some momentum at that end of the half. How do you build on that?
Well, you just tell the kids you got to go out, execute, do your job, and really cherish the game. It's a great game. Go out and have fun, play with your teammates, and let the chips fall where they may. But, we got to clean up the middle mistakes. Those are the things that are killing us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I was thinking about that. I was communicating with Emma about what to ask right there. And I'm really glad Coach Anderson said that because – Tim, we lose sight a tiny little bit, but I think we try to put it in perspective. These guys only get to do this 9 times.
Yeah.
And to take a half off is, you break out the quarters and halves and things like that, 18 halves, okay? Well, all that work you've done, you only get to play this game so often. That's what makes football part of the specialness, at least for me and I think for many others.
Yeah, the game is always so special because you get so few opportunities to go out there. Then if you play just offense or defense, it's even that many fewer plays that you have to play. The seniors, this is their last game for a lot of them. Some are going to go on to college. You've got some D1, D2 offers out there. But for some of these guys, this is the last time they're going to put pads on. Also sets the tone for how you play this half. Those juniors and sophomores that are playing now, how you want to train in the offseason, that helps develop that because that mindset carries over from that last game you play.
Well, we talked about it in the open, sophomores, and I said to Coach, I don't know if I said it on air, but it's a phrase that I had a cousin use describing himself, and he goes, I was a junk bond. I'm high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way sophomores are. They have huge upsides, but they also have their 15th. They're 16. The speed of this game on Friday nights is crazy compared to what it is in the afternoons at a 4:30 kickoff.
Yeah, it takes. I think you see, tonight there's a couple of plays that are blown. Mainly, you just made the wrong call. You have the wrong read. You go over there and it's happening that fast and it's instantaneously. So, a misstep here, and these guys are too good that if you get a step off, they're going to take it to the house for a touchdown. So, yeah, that sophomore inexperience. They may have played a lot as 8th graders, freshmen, and things like that, but coming on in this stage here, especially a team like Centennial, that's a lot of 5A talented players here. Small mistakes add up.
All right, in a moment, we're going to have a kickoff. Then I'm going to give you some scores. Emma, I'm going to come to you after the kickoff and just kind of ask for a couple of check-ins. It's 42-7. Quick look at half stats. Urbandale led by that 80-yard hook and ladder. or lateral, or however you want to call it. 143 yards, 112 passing, 31 rushing. Centennial, 115 rushing, 158 passing for a total of 273. It's been a whole lot of guys scoring tonight. We've seen Brule, Brooks, Reed, Kluver, and Jackson all score for the Jaguars as Bendezu tees it up here to start half number 2. And it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback, and that is where we begin. All right, Emma, what was your impressions there watching Urbandale come out of the locker room?
Yeah, well, Urbandale, they seem to be regrouped. And, yeah, let's see if we can get anything if Urbandale can get anything on this drive.
And then could you pick up anything from Centennial? Still kind of a whole lot of positive vibes?
Yes, very much so.
A lot of smiles, maybe?
Yeah.
All right, Emma, thank you so very much. We'll have continuous clock here in this third quarter, pending how this drive goes. Centennial scored on pretty much at will. They've yet to punt tonight. And the first play is a stretch play, and Houston Luce is going to blow that play up before it gets any further. Reed Anderson's also there. Jalen Brooks getting a chance to run the ball. We've talked about him playing a lot of defense. There he is getting an offensive carry.
For the Jaguars.
All right, scores. 42-7 is our halftime here. Valley leads Marshalltown 35-0. Pleasant Valley 14, Linn-Mar 7. Dowling rolling Sioux City North right now 39-0. 2 players to the left, 1 to the right for, and they go Brooks underneath. Brooks gets into the linebacking core, and then he is brought down in a hurry by a flurried Reed Anderson after a gain of about 8.
Yeah, good blocking inside there by the offensive line. Devin Moe, the coach talked about he was a defensive lineman to start the season, and then they talked him into being a center, so a good block there to create a nice little 7-yard gain for Brooks.
We got to get the reads, and that's a big part of playing that center position. As they go Brooks again off right side, he dances for a moment. Greider, and also for Centennial on that tackle, Cade Murray.
Yep.
All right, other scores. Johnson leads Sioux City East 28-0. Prairie leads Iowa City West 21-0. Liberty now back in front of Cedar Rapids Jefferson 28-27. And before the play, we have a timeout.
4th and 1. Looked like they were going to do the tush-push play there, but then something didn't line up. The coach called a timeout for Urbandale.
Liberty leads Jefferson 28-27. Waterloo West a touchdown on Atumwa 14-7. City High leads Bettendorf. Number 1 Bettendorf in trouble tonight at Iowa City High 28-10. Waukee leads Abe Lincoln 56-7. Earlier this afternoon, it was Ankeny 56, Cedar Rapids, Washington, nothing. Cedar Falls is rolling Davenport West 42-0. Last night, Southeast Polk beat Des Moines Lincoln 49-0. All right, so Tim, the games, I had a couple of games. Pleasant Valley Linn-Mar was one I was very curious about. Johnson, Sioux City East, kind of thought maybe Johnson would win that. They're rolling. Prairie and West, that's the one with Prairie up 3 touchdowns on West. That is kind of a little bit of a, that's not how I saw that one. And Liberty and Jefferson.
Yeah, it's the thing. Iowa City West, sitting there, they came in, I think they were 15th, 11th in the ranking, but knocking into 5-4, and there's going to be some movement there. You don't want to have there that you're the traveling team all the way through. So a lot of shuffling can happen here, at week 9.
Waukee 63, Abe Lincoln 7. Those are 2 5-3 teams that are not the same. Jalen Brooks breaks through to the 35, gets the first down, and keeps the drive moving for the Jayhawks as they move the chains on the far sideline here. Clock continues to roll. Here's the replay. On 4th and short, they even brought in the big guy, Ramazani, for it to break open a couple of yards extra. Again, they go back onto the ground. And Brooks this time isn't going to get back to the line of scrimmage before Bassett ties him up. Houston Luce also there.
Javion Edwards Ramirez, usually plays linebacker. He's coming in there as an up back on the blocking back, a junior, but he's 215-pound blocking back on the backfield. So giving him some movement there to run the ball.
Loss of 2 on the play. They go Brooks. He darts it outside, puts his head down, and meets contact with Reed Anderson after a 2-yard gain.
with 3rd and 10. That's a very hard defense to run wide on because these guys do a great job of going sideline to sideline. Those linebackers are very active, for Ankeny Centennial. So it's hard to get upfield, especially when you're running into the short side of the field.
Jalen Brooks, coach says he really is good at getting those tough sledding yards. Right now, it's a throw from Rinnan, and it's intercepted by Isaac Brule. Of course it is. Brule having a night of his life with the INT, and he returns it to the 41-yard line. A defensive play by Centennial.
Yeah, he tried to go deep there. He thought he had one-on-one with Elijah Holt down the center. Brule playing a great center field position, turned up and take his 3rd interception of the year, I believe. I think he had 2 coming in tonight, so he takes it, turns it up, and a big turnover there. Ankeny Centennial getting the ball to the 41-yard line of Urbandale.
What more does Isaac Brule have to do to be interviewed in our postgame?
No, he's making a case. He's probably looking up here now and goes, how about that?
How about that? How come he talked about Caleb Reed in the open and not me?
Yeah, I know.
Emma's going to have to ask him that, in the postgame. All right. Jaguars have the football back. 1st and 10 from the 41. Centennial trying to move here. Might be the only time. In fact, we already see a couple of players out. Kluver, that ball, he faked it, trying to get it to Heather, and that thing just absolutely fell out of his hand. He had faked it to Good.
He said, yeah, that's on me. No, it's cool. I could feel in the press it's cooling off. I don't know if, our quarterback, it's probably getting a little colder on the hands down there. You have to ask Emma how the temperature feels, but it's sometimes the ball gets cold, it gets a little slippery.
We got a whole lot of band supporters that were here, and now they have departed, and student sections thinned out tremendously there. This game looks like it's in hand right now, 42-7. Let's see what Centennial does here on this. They go Good up the middle, and he'll bolt his way through for a couple of hard charging yards. First, getting his contact there with Ramazani before Quayle finishes him off.
Pick up 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Good on the season. A little more action for him in this last half of the year. Good, his brother was the quarterback here. Saw his brother earlier this season in the stands. Devon's, he's had 8 carries now on the season. As Coach Pezzetti tries to keep guys fresh for that first round of the playoffs next week. Kluver under center might be the last series we see from him. Hard snap before it. There's going to be a procedure. It sure looked like that Javion Edwards-Ramirez had jumped the line before.
Yeah, a little movement there, getting off. When you get off on the ball, it's you get your block in there.
Defense, number 7.
Yeah, it is on 5-yard penalty. Oh, it does result in a first down. It was very close. Not sure that was going to reach. It gets up to the 31.
Black Chevy Traverse that needs to be moved. You are parked.
So once again, the drive continues on. I saw earlier down the sideline, Rowan Doak, the sophomore quarterback, warming up. We may see him in here later.
Kluver under center with Good. Or that's Heather behind him. Good goes in motion. They go Heather before the snap. There's a whistle, and Heather's like, come on. That's my first run of the game. They tried to throw it to him earlier. Flag is on the far sideline at the numbers. Brad Bunting, what say you? Legal procedure by the offensive line. Sorry, Braylon Deacon Cahey.
I'm sure Coach Pezzetti wants the offense to be a little cleaner on this series. They come out of the halftime, not be flat. When they keep that momentum going, keep that sharpness going as you go into the playoffs next week.
Caleb Reed comes to the near side at the numbers. He's the lone split out. Good in motion, handoff Heather. Left side, same play they'd called before the penalty. Gets about 4 yards.
Carries by number 10, Sam Heather.
Before the tackle comes in for Urbandale. That's Jacob Hewell, the junior.
Picks up 4, that'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 11. From the 32-yard
Sam Anderson in his 20th season of coaching. Coached at West Delaware before he came here to Urbandale. Coached guys like some guy named Lazard or something, Alan Lazard.
Yeah, whatever happened to him?
I wonder. If he ever made it to the big time, to the big city. And it's a handoff, and that might be. Oh. Whoa. Hoyt comes in and just, wow.
That was a D1 tackle there from their safety,
I think Jeremiah Bassett, he had been kind of taken off his stride by the face mask. And
Did they throw?
Did they actually throw it?
I thought he had him around the shoulders. He spun him a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, you got him around the face mask.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the replay. This don't show this to Viking fans.
Right, and they're gonna. This guy did see it.
Yep. Yeah, just reached out, and then he was just Hoyt came in and just delivered a shot.
So twice they made a first downs here on penalties. So the Urbandale defense is playing pretty well, except they're making these little mistakes that's keeping the drive alive for Centennial.
All right, Urbandale now playing defense at their own 17-yard line as they're trying to keep Centennial out of that end zone. Clock under 5 minutes, 42-7 our score. Kluver, second man through, and it's going to be good inside the 5 before he's brought down by Elijah Ujiri.
Nice hard running there by Good. Taking advantage of this time to get in the game.
First and goal from the 4 now.
Kel Phelps is in there also, playing right guard position, getting a good block.
Heather behind Kluver. Dive play up the middle. Sam Heather, you have a touchdown.
And that Jaguar touchdown is powered by St. Holmes.
Yeah, big double team there.
In for the score, number 10, Sam Heather.
And Ramazani, got him out of the hole there, but they had good blocking up front. That's very solid. They were seeing some of the backups coming in. There's some of the juniors getting some of that quality playing time, getting the calls down there and getting their blocking assignments down pat.
Touchdown number 5 for Sam Heather. Moved from defense to offense. Coach has talked about his upside. As the kick by Bendizu is up and good. 49-7, Jaguars in the lead.
Save big at DeArmond CDJR Ames. Receive 2.9% for 84 months on the new Dodge Hornet RT, Grand Cherokee 4xE, and Jeep Wrangler 4xE. New Ram 1500 4x4s at one low price of $35,990. New Ram HD Crew Cab 4x4 starting at $47,990. That's over $13,000 off. Plus up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees at the all-new DeArmond CDJR Ames. DeArmondAmes.com.
Metro Heating and Cooling is celebrating 40 years of keeping Des Moines comfortable. To celebrate, this October we're offering $40 off one of our seasonal maintenance plans or $40 off any repair. Get your home ready for the colder months with expert care and big savings. Whether it's a quick tune-up or a much-needed fix, we've got you covered. So call Metro Heating and Cooling today to celebrate 40 years with $40 off this October. Trust the team that's been keeping you warm since 1984.
Bendizu's kick is a touchback. All right, Emma Eckhart, what do you know now?
Well, it has gotten a lot chillier. Let me tell you, my hands are basically numb.
Well, that the gloves, the hat. I mean, that's a drawback of the sidelines. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But it's not raining.
It's not raining.
It's not.
I got to tell you, last night, oh man. Notice that the pavement got wet twice here this week. I was over in Cedar Rapids last night and sat through a 3-hour rain delay. That was after a 45-minute lightning delay before the freshman game on the handoff to Brooks. He'll get up to about the 30-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. Or no, they're going to say he's short.
Yep.
God, I thought he was right on the other side of that. Second and one.
We'll see here. We haven't seen Renan run as much here.
Renan throws. It's caught by Hoyt. at the 30, 35, 40. Nice move, tackle there at the 42. Enough for a first down to move the chains for the Jaguars. Coming up for Centennial is Prince DeWay, tackle number 9 on the season. Good read option there on the fake.
Once in a while, we also see Ramazani in there playing some offense. Getting some block. They weren't expecting the passing game on the 2nd and 1.
Again, it's keeper by Rennan. He's at midfield into Jaguar territory, and he trips up to about the 38-yard line before DeWay, Wesak, and also in there for Centennial, TJ Hood.
That's with the running of Jalen Brooks. As that's developed, he's gotten some yards. That opens up quite a bit for that option, and Rennan does a nice job of getting the fake in there and picking up major yards.
Rennan to throw. Now he runs. Ooh, and he's hit pretty hard right there at the line of scrimmage. Otis Humbasic comes up. Pleasant Valley leads Linmar 28-14. Prairie, now West has scored to make it 21-6. Liberty back ahead of Cedar Rapids Jefferson 35-27. City High leads Bettendorf 28-10. That's at the half. Rennan with time lofts it down towards the end zone. He's got a man, and it's off the helmet, incomplete. Trying to find on that near sideline Turner Brown. And there were a couple of black jerseys right there. Hood and DeWay broke that thing up.
Yeah, he lit it up there nicely. I thought Turner Brown, 6'5" receiver, might have a chance to go up there and maybe snatches like a rebound.
Is it basketball season already? Yeah.
I think Iowa State plays next week. I see starting Monday or Wednesday. So
they're just a Final Four team. There's nothing special about them.
No. Men or women?
Exactly. Yes. Fake. Oh, fumble on the ground, and that's going to be recovered by the Jaguars. Rennan got hit, falling on it for Centennial. TJ Hood, you have your name in the program for a fumble recovery.
And Bassick put Lennon right on his back there. There's no way he was going to hold on to the ball. There was a small hole opening there, but he got hit.
Creating the hit was Humbasic there.
Good form tackle, keeping your head up, looking the player in the face there. Don't ever lower your helmet there. Make it personal. So
Rowan Doak to bring out the Centennial offense from their own 29-yard line for the final 30 seconds of this third quarter. Doak, the sophomore, goes under center, loses it, grabs it back. And it's a quick give to Good, who maybe gets a yard. And that'll be the final play of this third quarter. It again has been all Centennial tonight. We go to quarter number 4, Centennial 49, Urbandale 7.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Before the snap, a penalty. Whatever close games we had on this side of the state last week, we've given and ceded the close games to the eastern part of the state tonight. We have some doozies going on right now. Iowa City West just blocked a punt, took it back for a touchdown. They've cut into that Prairie lead. It's now 21-13 in the third. Iowa City Liberty ahead of Cedar Rapids Jefferson, 35-27. And City High still leads number 1 Bettendorf, 28-16. Whew! That is going to mess up a lot of brackets if that holds.
Yes, it will. There'll be a lot of moving. A couple teams getting knocked out this weekend as well.
Handoff, and not much more than getting back to the line of scrimmage is Bassett. He is hit there by Ujiri. We got a downed Jayhawk at the 28-yard line, and that's Yeager. Pleasant Valley leads Linmar 28-14. Waterloo West 14, Ottumwa 7. Cedar Falls, no doubt, here against 0-8 Davenport West, 42-0. My thanks to Jeff Martins all year for the scoring updates. Randy Nielsen, our director, he's giving me updates. And Tim is looking at the score sheet. I think we're about to bring out the rolling ruler here, aren't we? Start trying to figure things out. Still too much for to decide before we can figure anything out. But I think it's tomorrow at 10 is when the 10 or 10:30 is when the pairings will be announced.
The hardest tracking all the opponents' records because as a team wins or loses, you usually see a move maybe about 2 spots, could be as much as 3 spots, up or down on the rankings because things are pretty tight between, really the 4th-ranked team down to the 12th-ranked team right now.
Centennial, 3rd and 16 from their own 24-yard line. Roque, with time, throws it across the middle. Caught at the 45-yard line for the Jaguars. And still running is Cade Newman. Then the ball comes out, fumble, and it's recovered by Jalen Brooks.
Yeah, Cade Newman did a nice job. Came from the right side of the formation, came across there. Good play action fake there. Doak threw a nice ball there, had him down there, and he went there, but good tackle from behind. Brooks. Once again, Jalen Brooks hustling on that play. That's always a hard tackle, somebody coming from behind you, punching the ball out. So a good hustle play by Brooks, but it's good play action there by Centennial and picked up some big yards. Unfortunately, the fumble.
Big play there for Urbandale. They'll turn it over, and we've got and Brooks now gets the handoff, and he'll fight for every yard and get back to the line of scrimmage. New quarterback for Urbandale is now William Schaefer, another sophomore.
Brooks on the carry for the Jayhawks picks up
gain of 4 on the play.
3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Clock now approaching 10 minutes left in this game.
Going with that 2-back set.
Brooks runs around the right side, has some space. It quickly closes, and he's ushered out of bounds.
Was that TJ?
That was TJ Hood, and then also, I was waiting to see, that was Rylan Pezzetti.
Yeah, Hood did a nice job coming from the safety position, cutting in there and making the tackle.
And there is a player taking a knee right off the sideline. Right there next to Taylor Anderson. Oh, it's Pezzetti. Schaefer throws, caught, and then quickly dropped at the 41-yard line. Out of bounds is Turner Brown.
It's like Cade Newman on the tackle.
Yeah, as I say, 85, that's Cade Newman. He had the fumble after the catch, and it's now 4th and 1 for Urbandale here. And Schaefer at quarterback.
Newman playing one of the inside linebacker positions.
Handoff Brooks. Darts outside, has the first down and more. He's approaching midfield and into Centennial territory.
On the carry for the Jayhawks.
We see that happen when you get a lot of defensive substitutions in there, that guys trying to pick up their assignments and the reads come quicker. And the offensive line gets some blocks out there, not setting the edge. So he's still got a really good running back. Jalen Brooks, like I said, a 1,000-yard rusher from last year, has got some moves, helps move the chains.
Cade Newman, the tackle for Centennial. Schaefer with time, throws it down the far sideline. He's got a man, and he overthrows it. Prince Dewey almost with the INT right there. Falls to the turf, incomplete intended for Turner Brown. It'll be second down.
Yeah, Turner did a nice job basically playing defensive back, getting up there, tipping the ball away. That would have been a sure interception.
Second down, 2nd and 10.
Schaefer with 3 receivers to his right. Throws it near sideline. Caught by Elijah Hoyt. And after the tackle, gets inside the 40. Hoyt's not giving up. This is his last high school game. The senior 6'1", 195-pounder.
Yeah, he's played a really good job both ways. Now we're seeing Jalen Brooks, who plays defense, coming back in the tailback position.
Hoyt, 8 catches, 89 yards coming into the game.
One name we haven't called a lot is Hayden Mosry, the big tight end, had 25 catches coming in tonight.
They sweep it to the left for Brooks, and he'll get to about the 35, no further. Cade Newman is the last one off the pile.
Second and 7. Tackle was made by number 85.
Let's see who else we had in there on that tackle. Brandon Bogseth.
Yeah, so Nolan Gaspari's in there as well.
And Urbandale is going to call timeout with 6:23 to play here at Ankeny Stadium.
It's the DeArmond Ford Kickoff event. Score big on a new 2024 F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 66 months, plus a total savings of $8,250. Get a new 2024 Bronco Badlands with a total savings of $6,000 and special incentives on new Ford SUVs like the 2024 Ford Escape and Bronco Sport and the new 2024 Edge and Expedition with big savings. All at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
All right, we're
Ankeny Hy-Vee.
back here as some scores are starting to go final. And we have an update on Bettendorf and City High for you in a moment. 2nd and 7. The give is to Brooks, and right there is Bogseth.
Brooks on the carry,
no gain.
by number 55.
So Bettendorf held City High on a drive, and there are only under 2 minutes to play third quarter, and both teams have only had one offensive possession. So it's a pretty good slogfest. I was telling Jeff and I were talking in the timeout there. I said, Bettendorf and City High, that used to be 4A football. Those were the premier teams for a long time. Schaefer throws across the middle, incomplete, broken up by Prince, intended for Hoyt.
Schaefer's pass intended for Hoyt.
Great names for Bettendorf. There's Tavian Banks and City High. There's this guy named Tim Dwight. There's just been lots of, I know I'm just not doing it justice, but.
Classic battle. I got another one going on there tonight. It has a lot of ramifications because City High comes in number 9 rank in the RPI.
Schaefer is going to get sacked all the way back and then thrown down. Coming through for the Jaguars is Ben Rodert.
We're seeing a lot of juniors and sophomores. Roder's a sophomore defensive lineman coming in there, gets the sack there, stops that 4th down play. So some of the names that we will be calling next year as starters, getting some good quality time tonight.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. Urbandale, number 65. That's 16 yards of the enforcement on the run.
There's a look at Rodert on the sideline after that play. After the play, there was an unsportsmanlike on one of the linemen for Urbandale. Kind of a tough night. Devin Moe, the junior, moved to center as we talked about. And a lot of fight in him.
Yeah. He still has that defensive lineman mentality coming in there. It's a tough position to make that transition, and it's been a cool night. It's kind of hard playing. All of a sudden the season's over, so a lot of fight in the Urbandale team. They came in here to play.
Well, here is a look at another layer of the future for Centennial. Brecken Miller, the freshman, comes into quarterback. He's got Good behind him. Sends Bassett in motion, hand off to Good. Gets a couple on that dive play. And slow to get up for Urbandale is Reed Quigley. He gets up, and it'll be 2nd down and 6.
Probably see a lot of the run game going on here. Guys trying to see some guys playing offense and defense here, kind of setting the tone. What do you want to play next year? Do you want to stay on the defensive side? What's your better position given the team depth?
Miller under center. Gives it to Bassett. Bassett escapes for a moment Hoyt's wrath, but then is thrown down hard by Elijah Ujiri. All right, so Tim, Iowa State fan, Brecken Miller's brother had a pretty nice block in the 4th quarter.
Yes, he did. He had
Easton Miller, a player up at Iowa State on the field in the 4th quarter.
Tight end. That was to say a crazy finish would not be talking, how crazy of a finish it really was. I mean, we're in the, my seats are in the upper deck, and in the game, the guy turned to me and goes, should concrete move this much? Because it was bouncing. We were literally bouncing in there. It was quite a loud stadium, so it was super environment.
In a school of engineers, you had a lot of them worried. Before the snap, I think one of the Jaguars took off. This will be on Centennial. Yeah, only at a school of engineers would they turn and say that to each other.
It's okay. It just should move that much. Yeah, you're all right. Yeah, right. A lot of enthusiasm. A lot of the great football going on right now. We're seeing some of that tonight. Where we called it, Hoyt's name. There's a guy. You can see some of the D1 talent. He's just got some good closing speed from that safety position.
Clock at 3 minutes. After the penalty against Centennial, 3rd down. Miller under center. He's going to roll out and throw. Across the middle, caught. Yeah. But I think short of the 1st down.
Nice fingertip grab, but he's about 8 yards short.
Bassett makes the catch, yes, 8 yards short.
Yeah, with a running clock, and just see if you can pick it up. It was a good experience. It was a great experience for Miller going in there. Going to his left and getting – and you have to turn like a 180 to get your feet set to get the ball thrown downfield. So that's really good footwork by a freshman.
Brecken Miller comes over to his quarterback's coach, Garrett Seversyke, who doesn't seem like that long ago we were calling his last game here as a Jaguar. Miller escapes one tackler and won't be able to get the second. Big tackle, big sack for number 4 for Urbandale, and I don't have a 4 on my roster.
Don't know if that was. We'll just go number 4 for the Jayhawks.
Looks like a guy we should have known by his size. Maybe a guy tackling in the 1 or 2 fell off his jersey. All right, Urbandale takes over on the 4th down, turnover on downs, 1st and 10. That's the 2nd turnover by the Jaguars this half, but won't matter. They're up 49-7. Handoff, Brooks escapes one, gets to almost midfield before 3 Jaguars meet him, prevent him from going in there.
Yeah, Boxer did a nice job of getting his hands on him and making him change the direction there, flatten out his running a little bit more than he wanted to, so keep it down to a 2-yard gain. So
Chick-fil-A, Garbanzo, and Dough Company.
Good assignment.
Jackson Wolf and Christian Luckow on the tackle. Gain of 2. Final 50 seconds of this one. Hoyt in motion. Gets the give from Schaefer around the left side. Gets to the far sideline. He'll be out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. And Urbandale might be able to get one more play here.
Look for something down, deep downfield.
Urbandale can stop the clock. They do have one timeout left, 20 seconds. They get set. Schaefer goes for the home run. He goes down far sideline, and it's intercepted by Centennial. Pickoff made. Urban Ingram, the sophomore. He gets his name in the program.
Yeah, nice. Played it very well.
And that is how we finish this game. 49-7, a final. Centennial will improve to 6-3 with a win tonight. We do have a post-game coming. Isaac Brule is our target, just to not have any suspense, but the dude did have one rushing touchdown, a receiving touchdown, and an interception.
Yes, I think he picked off his, he had 2 coming in. Did he have 2 interceptions tonight, or 1?
Just 1.
Just 1, so he picked up another, he has 3 on the year. That's a great job from his safety position, receiver position, running the ball, so Swiss Army knife of offense and defense here for Centennial.
And Emma is on that far sideline waiting for number 4 to come through. And they get on the bus in a hurry, so I'm trying to help you, Emma. I'm still looking for him. You got a couple of nice exchanges here on the Centennial sideline with players.
Yep. A lot of respect for the 2 programs.
It's Braden Jackson at the end of the line talking to most of the guys coming through. All right, Isaac Brule is about the 6th to the last one going through the line, Emma. And we might be able to get one quick word in before he goes into the Ryan Pezzetti co-head coach headline. We get Isaac Brule. He's down on the sidelines with Emma Eckhart. All right, Emma.
You had 1 receiving, 1 rushing, and 1 interception. Which means the most to you?
Probably the first touchdown I scored, the rushing touchdown, just because that's my first touchdown I scored in high school football, so it just felt good to get that first one.
Congrats, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, that's Isaac Brule. Big night. Which one means the most? I love it. All right.
Good question.
Good question. All right, Emma Eckhart, thank you so very much. We'll release her from her night. She can get her hands warm again. It's gotten cold. All right, Tim, I'm going to let scores get caught up here for just a moment. I'm going to recap Jeff Martin's stats here for Urbandale tonight. 6 of 16 passing for 139 yards. Rushing 30 carries for 103, a total of 242. Rennan, 13 carries, 59 yards. Brooks, 13 for 47. Hoyt, 2 for 5. Hoyt, the big receiving night, 5 catches for 136 yards, 80 of them coming on one play on the hook and lateral. Back there for a total of 242 yards. For the Jaguars tonight, 13 of 17 passing for 209 yards, 26 carries, 130 yards rushing, total 339. Kluver, 3 rushes for 22. Jackson, 10 for 56. Brule, 3 for 25 and 2 touchdowns. Heather, 2 for 8. Bassett, 2 for -7. And Good, 5 carries for 35 yards. Reed, 3 catches and 40 yards. Jackson, 3 for 49. Brule, 4 catches, 38 yards. And Newman, 1 catch, 41 yards before the fumble. Total of 339. What stat stands out to you, Tim?
I'm looking at the receiving, the passing, the receivers. You had several receivers who really kind of spread the ball out. I think it was a great night for Kluver for the passing games. One of his better passing games. 12 of 16 for 199. He moved the ball well. He ran well. I think guys came out pretty much injury-free. The offense, the starting offense did a nice job, so that they're ready for their playoff bound.
Waukee Northwest 50, Ames 0. That's in the fourth. Cedar Falls in front of Davenport West 42-0. Let's start in Waukee tonight. The Warriors beat Council Bluffs Abe Lincoln 66-7. Waukee, who spent a week at number 1, finished the year at 6-3 on the regular season. They will be in the playoffs more than likely with that win. They came in as the 16th in the RPI, but that's about the only other assumption that I'm going to make right now of teams on the border in or out. A 14-13 game is Waterloo West and Ottumwa, and that's actually what the score is, too. Waterloo West 14, Ottumwa 13. Winner would be in, loser would likely be out. City High leads Bettendorf 28-16 in the third. That's probably the biggest score to watch, because if City High is able to hold on, City High will continue to move up. Now remember, one of their losses is not in Iowa. It's to a team from Illinois when they play Joliet Catholic in week number 1. Bettendorf, that would be their first loss of the season. Remember, Urbandale played Bettendorf tough earlier this year, so that tells you a little bit more. Liberty leads Jefferson 42-27, so Liberty now likely will hold on in that one. Cedar Rapids Prairie, Iowa City West blocked a punt, turned it for a score, but it's still Prairie 28, Iowa City West 13. That would move Prairie up, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to get them in the playoffs. If it is, they're going to be that 16th seed. Yes. So it's now West has scored again, so it's 28-21. Thank you, Randy. So now that game, whichever team wins in that one helps Ankeny on strength of schedule.
Correct. Prairie, they're coming in 21 in the RPI. I don't know if they jumped to 16, but Iowa City West, that if they lose, that knocks them down quite a ways. That makes them 5-4. Now you start getting into the RPI, the percentages, and your strength of schedule. So
Johnston was in front of Sioux City East. No surprise there, 35-14. Johnston's going to be hosting until they go to the Dome if they keep it up at this rate. Dowling in front of Sioux City North tonight up at Morningside College or University in Sioux City. It's 46-6. Pleasant Valley leads Linn-Mar 28-14 at last check. Valley won tonight over Marshalltown 35-8. Here, Ankeny Centennial beats Urbandale 49-7, and that, I think, is our last check of the scoreboard. Again, playoff pairings. Ankeny won tonight 56-0. So now City High has scored again. So now City High has put another touchdown on the board, Tim. It's now 35-16 in the fourth.
That could possibly, City High could bump up there. With the Texas Bettendorf, if you're not one of the top 4 teams, you would be hosting all the way through to the Dome. If you're not the top 4, now you get in there, you have a home game, an away game. And we may see a team like Johnston bounce up there, or possibly Pleasant Valley. If they keep winning, they go from 6, maybe to number 4. A lot of movement going on.
What this means for us more than likely is we will at least have one home playoff game here next Friday night, whether it's Centennial or Ankeny. It most likely will be Centennial. There's a good chance it could be Ankeny as well, and we'll see how that sorts out. But we'll see what comes out tomorrow. I'm not going to speculate any further than that. I'm not going to say that the two could play each other. But this is all.
Strange things happen.
Strange things can happen. We'll sort it out. Randy will have you updated on our Facebook page as well as on X. So for Jeff, Isaiah, Luke, Emma, Randy, I'm Paul. He's Tim. Thank you so very much for watching. Our regular season comes to a close here. Playoffs next week. Centennial the win, 49-7. Good night from Ankeny Stadium.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you have an old inefficient wood fireplace, we need to talk. Heat and Glow has some great retrofit inserts to convert that old drafty wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace. A Heat and Glow gas insert will give you high efficiency, it will give you ease of operations, and it will give you enough warmth to take the edge off a cold winter's night. For the best in gas inserts, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.